nothing I could do to be a good friend.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get. What's so funny?
He'll always have his big dumpy.
Don't downplay his big dumpy. The guy's got a.
I'm not.
Trent can throw that ass.
This is a problem. I'm fat. I'm like 25 pounds overweight. It's really bad.
That looks like someone photoshopped you.
Yo, I'm down 1K in the last 24 hours. Sounds like you need to take a break.
Going for a walk is also a good idea, but then what will happen is you're going to see like a guy in a Cincinnati Reds shirt for no reason at all, and then you're going to say, oh, that's a fucking sign. I'm going to put $1,000 in the Reds to get all my money back, and then boom, you're down $2,000, and you're saying fucking it's Jeff Sunday's fault because he told you to go for a walk.
I ripped the fuck out of my pants.
How ripped? Is that your crotch? What was that, dude? And let me just say, I saw a couple people in the chat. One said missing a Georgia hat, and then Slackpack said I'll send you a Packers hat. I want to make myself very clear when I say this. I will light myself on fire in front of everyone I love before I wear a Packers or a Georgia hat.
Cha. That I was a little. I don't know if apprehensive is the word, but I wanted to keep our old intro music because I liked it. And it was like, you hear that jingle, you think of the fake sharps, you get in the mode. And Goots was like, Jeff, I really like this intro music. Just give it a shot. I like it. Oh,
it bangs. Absolutely bangs. I dare you to listen to that and not nod your head a little bit. Yeah,
I think we've been on a roll. I think we're 3 for 3 with intro music, honestly, even dating back to the Fake Sharp channel. But anyways, good morning, everyone. Good to be with you Wednesday, June 24th. A few minutes late. Sorry about that. Had some housekeeping things to deal with on the back end, but we are good to go. Steak, love the hat. That is a shiny, nice retro Florida Marlins hat. Is that a Los Angeles, California shirt?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm wearing this, I keep forgetting that this shows up on the screen. I thought I was just wearing a blue shirt, like this.
That's okay. You don't really need an explanation for why you're wearing things because you've never really needed one in the past. Again, you wore a Liverpool soccer jersey the day of the Super Bowl. And I think you wore a Philadelphia Flyers hat when we were talking about the NBA championship. So it's you don't need an explanation. I was interested in an actual Los Angeles, California shirt.
Well, to be honest, I actually want to explain this one, whereas I don't want to explain the other things. I don't think you should rock a Los Angeles shirt and a Florida Marlins hat. I think that's negative swag.
You do you, brother. Anyways, I just realized I'm sportsed out. I got Book It Sports. I got Circus Sports. I don't know if I'm allowed to wear Circus Sports on here. Actually, it's like kind of a book, kind of not. I'll keep the microphone in front of it. Anyways, Wednesdays are the days we talk about golf, the great sport, the prestigious sport, and we have our guy BK up here. Let's bring him up. I'm very excited to get BK involved in the mix. Hold on 1 second. Let me figure it out. We don't have a producer. I am the producer, and you are now in your rightful place. BK, what's up? At home in the studio. Good to be with you.
Yeah, no car today. I hope that is okay with everybody in the chat. I'm at home. I have my light and my mic up, so I hope my audio is a little bit better.
Yeah, did not get to listen to TIB yesterday, last night, but I don't know if you tuned in on our Monday show. I referenced your recap quite a bit. I listened to it with Andy, and I thought it was really, really good.
Thank you.
You did a great job, and it was a U.S. Open that was worth recapping. And first and foremost, we got to give Steak his flowers. Second outright of the year, and you know what? When I gave him credit, BK, for hitting his second outright of the year, he stopped me and said, second outright of 50-1 or higher too. I thought that was kind of interesting to make that disclaimer. I don't know if that's necessarily needed, but that's okay.
You know why I did that, right, BK?
Because he thinks that hitting JT Poston minus 110.
I don't actually think that. And I don't think that. But on that note, I am the live golf betting.
No, you're not. Steak, I want to congratulate you on your outright on Wyndham Clark. It was an amazing call. It was a very sharp call. It was a great number. It was an excellent bet. And I'm proud to have you on this golf betting panel because me and Jeff can't hit winners. So I'm glad someone can. What was your rationale? Was there something in the underlying metrics maybe that you liked Wyndham Clark? Were you seeing his dispersion patterns really well on Shinnecock? What was kind of the reason why you landed on
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you very much for the glaze. I genuinely appreciate it. I had two reasons. One, hot dude. Wyndham Clark is a hot dude. And two, I'm not that tapped into golf, but I saw a lot of people saying there was no shot Wyndham Clark was winning 2 U.S. Open. So those things melted together perfectly for a $29 Wyndham Clark wager.
I'm very happy for you. I was one of those people that didn't think he was winning. So hand up, I was wrong. Again, sometimes you're wrong. He wasn't my dead golfer of the week.
No.
But
who was again? Who was the dead guy?
Tommy and Scotty were my dead golfers of the week. They didn't win, so I am Vicking. But yeah, no, Wyndham. It was a great U.S. Open. I've always been a fan of his. I just didn't think he was winning the U.S. Open, and that's fine. You're gonna be wrong sometimes. But yeah, it was awesome.
I've got a question, Steak. So this is a really good conversation to have. So BK said when he was on his pod, he did not label Wyndham as dead, but he did say that he had a tough time betting Wyndham at 50 or 40-1 when he was 100-1 just a couple weeks ago or a month ago. That's what you said. You have this look on your face like you didn't say it. If I misquoted,
why do you comment on everybody's looks? You're commenting on Steak shirts. Like, I'm just standing here. Like, what you want me to have zero expression?
Are you standing or sitting? Are you standing or sitting? You want me to comment on? I'll comment on fucking everything. I'll comment on the glare on the TV in the background. I'll comment on that fucking plant. Ask if it's real, if it's fake. When's the last time you watered it? Did you get it at IKEA? I'm an observant motherfucker, BK. You have nobody in your life that pays attention to details.
No, it's just like
you only get to the golf course, and that's when you give a fuck about Bermuda bent greens. That's the only time you care.
Steak, you know what I'm talking about.
No, nobody knows what you're talking about. It's called being a fucking observant. I pay attention. I don't zone out when you fucking talk and sit here on the screen. What else am I doing?
I thought we were going to save the yelling for the NBA draft rant.
No, you're always like, oh, you just have this weird smirk on your face. Like,
yeah, you fucking do. I got news for you, buddy. You got weird smirks on your face all the fucking time, and everybody else you hang out with just takes it. They take it in the ass. I don't take your weird smirks. I want to know why you're smirking. Did I misquote you or not? I'm being polite. I'm being
polite. Shit, dude. Like, we're just whatever.
I'm being polite. I couldn't be more polite. I said, did I misquote you or not?
You didn't misquote me.
Okay, so Steak. Here's what I want to know, and I think this is a good conversation for sports bettors that I'm trying to have before fucking BK has a conniption fit. Anyways, do you care, Steak? Do you care? Think about this. Think about what I'm asking you, because I am being serious for a second. I got fired up. I'm not fired up anymore. When there is a future, not even in golf, but it could be a college football team, it could have been the Spurs. Have you ever told yourself, I like this team or this player to win, but I can't bet him now at this number because he was a better number just X amount of days ago? I don't think you've done that. And I know you, I've known you for a very long time, because I think we are aligned in that a winner is a winner. If somebody's minus 500 and they were 5-1, that's a little bit different. But I just think personally, BK, and this is not, you're not in the minority. A lot of people do this. I don't think I'm too good for a 40-1, 50-1 winner, even if the guy was 100-1 a few weeks ago. Steak, your thoughts?
My thought is, and I've always thought this way, is that I always think the books are trying to tell you something with stuff like that. So I think when a guy goes from 120 or 100-1 to 50-1, that's the book's way of trying to say, the value's gone. You don't want to take this guy 50-1. I've never bet that way. Like, to be honest, Jeff was asking a rhetorical question because he already knew my answer. I've never bet that way, but also I would never know any of the golfers' lines.
Yeah, so that, I think it helped you that you are more of a casual golf bettor, that you're not plugged in on Wyndham-Clark's U.S. Open odds a month ago at the CJ Cup. Like, that's not something you're locked into, where my life revolves around golf, and I always knows where everyone's numbers are and everything. But even so, like, I don't even think, I really do not. And again, I think when you betted on whatever book you betted on, it was like 57-1. Like, that was a great price. Like, I saw some people betting like 38s and stuff. Like, that's obviously, it's only a little bit of a difference, but that was tough. But I don't think his price was even unfair at all last week, given the form he had and given his success at a prior U.S. Open. So it was obviously a great bet. And sometimes when you obsess over this stuff, every day, it hurts you maybe a little bit.
Well, again, great recap. We don't have to recap too much, but I did see, I think Wyndham Clark has another interview on Pardon My Take that I would like to listen to. It seems like he really nailed it with how he handled himself in the post-game interviews, and now it feels like everything's kind of coming back around. BK, you were the most harsh on Long Island fans and people in general.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you wanted to backtrack. I don't know if you've gotten a little.
No, I'm not backtracking anything. I think that Long Island golf fans have largely debased themselves at the Ryder Cup and at Shinnecock. They really have. I can't remember watching any golf tournament where people are actively rooting against a golfer and cheering when his ball goes off the green or misses a putt.
American golfer.
And again, this to me, I don't think this was the same as when like other golfers played in the Open and stuff like that. Like, I think it was definitely a little bit different. And a lot of people in golf that have seen a lot of tournaments have said that they've never seen anything like it. But yeah, I just think Long Island people, 20 to 30, are just generally shitty people, and they don't have a filter, and they want to fit in with the crowd. So yeah, I mean, should we cancel golf tournaments on Long Island? No. But Long Island golf fans have not really done great over the past 8 months.
I'm so happy you said that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I saw some of these videos too, and I just can't stand fans that scream things at golf tournaments.
100. I could not agree more.
And, you know, like, I think that this is like the social media and the internet is not for everybody, you know, but like, I think that sometimes the internet does its thing really well when it kind of like bullies douchebags, and then it like corrects things. Hopefully we can start bullying the people who think it's cool, so it happens less and less. But like, yeah, the drunk dude with Terori, get in the bunker.
Yeah,
I'm all for golfers talking shit back. I kind of love it. So, anyways, by the way, I got a DM from a guy, Rex, and he said, dude, we have to bet Kurt K this week as a fuck BK thing from last week. Yeah, so I just wanted to make this clear, and I'm glad you did what you did. You got it out of your system. But I think you and I can agree moving forward, there will never be a time where I'm not going to bet someone to not mush them, because that was an atrocious wager.
He made the cut.
Oh,
he made the cut. I bet him at 120 to 1.
Oh, so wait a minute. So you're touting saying your dead golfer was Tommy and Scotty.
Okay, there were literally 2 guys that had a chance to win that golf tournament. So every other bet on the board was an absolute dog shit wager. If you want to think that, that's fine. I'm not that far off, but because a guy 120 to 1 made the cut and 2 guys contended all week, like,
what did he finish?
I don't know, maybe like T50 something.
Okay, so he wouldn't have cashed any placement wages or anything like that. That is more or less my point. You can't have it both ways. You can't. You said Tommy and Scotty's your dead golfer, and then Andy tried to push back and be like, well, they were playing good golf, and you said they literally had no chance to win. I agree with you. I'm on your side. But then you can't try to defend Kurt Kitayama.
No, okay, fine. You got me. It wasn't a great bet. If he missed the cut, it would have been worse, though.
So I'm taking a fucking golfer, even if you're on him. There's no motion.
Okay, fine. We both suck. No,
I know exactly. That's my point. We both suck. We're both down here in the shit, dude. You ever seen Shawshank Redemption when he's climbing through that fucking pipe and shit?
I've never seen that movie.
You really haven't?
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, BK, tell us, do we have a serious golf tournament?
Yes, we do have a serious golf tournament.
Tell me about Travelers.
I've
got great course history here. You reminded me.
Yeah, you hit Keegan here 90 to 1 3 years ago.
And 6 to 1 live.
Last year?
We're not going to do that. Last year.
Okay. No, that's great. I'm happy for you. No, this is a great golf tournament. I've been to it many times. It's a shorter track on the PGA Tour, but it holds up well. I think only minus 15 won here last year, and this is a golf course that's less than 7,000 yards. It is definitely a shot maker's golf course. Have to be pretty accurate off the tee and a really good iron player. This is not a place you're going to overpower with your driver. This is not a place where you have to be, super, super long off the tee. It's really about getting your ball in the fairway and hitting a lot of really great iron shots and making a decent amount of birdies. I would say winning score this week would be like minus 18. It got some rain earlier this week, and there's like no wind all week. So I would expect scores to be decently low. I'd say like 18 to 20 under. But yeah, it's always a good finish. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the last couple of years, like this is where Tommy absolutely blew it and died last year and Keegan took his soul. And it always provides a really, really fun finish. This is a great golf tournament and a lot of different guys can win.
I do. I remember that vividly. I'm not even really the biggest like Tommy guy, but I felt awful for him, and I got very lucky with that outright. I'm curious. Outright, but okay, fine. Sorry. Cromwell, Connecticut. Have you been there?
I said earlier.
Sorry, I missed it.
I've been there 3 times. Yes.
Yeah. Is it easy logistically to get to and from?
Yeah, I would say it's a great golf tournament to go to.
So I was interested in the fact that you did not care to go to Shinnecock, but you will go to Cromwell.
Well, I'm not going this weekend.
No, I know. I understand that. But yeah. You would say you would co-sign going to the Travelers more so than you would say go to Shinnecock for the U.S. Open?
Well, I mean, it's kind of apples and oranges.
It is?
I mean, Shinnecock's, it's only there once a year. It's way harder to get to. Tickets are like 3 times the price. Like I could usually get free tickets to the Travelers. So like that's, a bit of a difference. But yeah, Cromwell's very easy to get to from Long Island City area.
Okay, I might go. Let's look at the odds board here. So we've
got nice, good job. Let's go.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Scotty Scheffler, plus 475 to win this tournament. Great job. He said he was a dead golfer. By the way, there are some comments in the chat I will address when BK is done. I saw No Wax Packs had something to say about the Argentina Snowman had something to say about the CLV police. I will get to all those whenever we're done with BK because his time is precious. Scotty plus 475. Is he winning this event or is he dead?
So this is the highest odds Scotty has been all year in a non-major, and Rory isn't even in the field. So the books are definitely like, okay, this guy has not won since January. Like, we got to move his odds up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Scotty's won here before. This is a great course for him. I still think he's off. I think he can win Travelers with his B game, where I don't think he could win Shinnecock with his B game. So Scotty is very live this week. I'm not going to say he's dead.
Okay. All right. Very, very fair take on Scotty. Let's go to a couple guys. Tommy and Xander kind of run around there in that 18-1 range.
Do I even need to say it? I want you guys to say it.
No, this is great, and I like how you did that.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, he lost in devastating fashion. So
one of the most devastating losses you can have on the PGA Tour he had here last year.
So I'm going to kind of side with Stake a little bit on this one, and here is my thing. I almost wonder. It's been a year. I like where you're at. I really do. I like where you're at on these systems and everything, and the dead golfers, and they can't follow up a course if they lost in devastating fashion with winning. But don't you think Tommy could be like? Wouldn't it be a great story? Like if he was the guy, and he's playing good golf. He's playing good golf.
He's really not playing like that good of golf.
Okay, fine.
I want to clarify. You're not siding with me because I absolutely do not like Tommy Fleetwood this week at all.
Yeah, it's also Tommy Fleetwood. Like, if Rory loses in devastating fashion, it's like, okay, he could probably win next year. But this guy's the biggest gutless loser on the tour.
Yeah.
And he lost in devastating fashion. If you want to go bet him at 18-1 this week, be my fucking guest, but he has zero chance to win.
Okay. What about Xander? Xander, by the way, very popular golfer last week.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of shit himself over the weekend. He had a pretty good chance to win that golf tournament and just kind of exit stage left there. He's won here before. I said it last week. I still don't think Xander's game is 100%. I still don't think he's firing on all cylinders. I mean, he's won here before. I can't say that, he can't contend, but 20-1, I'm out.
Has Xander contended on a Sunday one?
No, he hasn't. Right. He's just like finished like T7 every week.
Yeah, we got a couple comments about Ludwig. He's the next guy on the odds board at 20-1. You're the Ludwig guy. You're the Ludwig whisperer.
I'm not the Ludwig guy. I mean, my stance will never change.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, you're the Ludwig guy on being right.
He doesn't have good history here.
Okay.
Not saying that, completely makes him unlive to win. T24, T27, T36 in his 3 appearances here. So, again, I mean, T17 last week played pretty well, gained in all major categories. Is this the greatest course in the entire world for him? No. So I'm not going to bet him at 20-1.
I just want to say Ludwig is approaching ban territory for me. I think I'm just fucking done. I'm going to scroll.
Look, everyone has to get there through their own battles. Like I can't. Like it's your experience at the end of the day.
Yeah. Sam Burns. So Burns was my guy last week. That's who I went with.
You bet him
last week.
He was on your card.
Yeah, but you're saying that like I didn't. You're questioning me.
No, I just didn't know. That was a great bet. Congratulations, Jeff.
And it was kind of like the Wyndham theory a little bit, not quite as much, but Sam Burns had been playing really good. I thought.
Yeah, he was hot, dude.
Yeah, Sam Burns was a hot dude, but you know what? Sam Burns he's not a killer, man. And I talked about it. Were you
guys texting on Sunday?
Well, yes and no.
Until he walked into the movie theater.
Yeah. I don't want to repeat the story for all the viewers, but we went to see Obsession. It's like sold out every day by this little movie theater by us, and we booked tickets a couple days in advance. It was like late Friday. Wyndham was kind of running away with it, sort of. I didn't think I had any shot. My only guy in the mix was like Brian Harmon. I'm like, I'm not going to give a fuck about the golf tournament. Let's go see this movie. I was watching it. BK, you'd be proud. I watched the beginning, probably the first 2 hours when Steak was not watching. And then he got in front of the TV and I went to the movie. But BK, the last hole I saw Burns was the 9th hole. And if you remember this, maybe you'll be happy and proud of me. He was in the fairway. He was playing great. Wyndham is pooping his pants. Burns is playing well. The margin is 1, I believe, at that time. Burns had a shot from the fairway on a par 4, and it was short. And it rolled into the fescue. That's a word they only use in golf tournaments. Fescue. And he chipped it, He chipped it past the hole. It was coming down. They said, oh, that's going to be a cheeky putt coming downhill. He missed it. He bogeyed. That's how I left. And I was like, Sam Burns, that was it. That was the chance to fucking take the tournament. And he didn't take it. So what do you think about it?
Really have a sweat because you didn't watch the back nine?
No.
What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was good. I
don't think it was like that. I didn't think it was like that amazing.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, there's a couple people in here who are saying I don't know ball. They said they use the words incredible and amazing.
Not there.
I'm gonna go Friday and form my own opinion. Very funny
let's go back to golf.
Yeah.
Very funny comment here.
So great bet on Sam Burns. You guys were just all over the odds board. Last week. Sam, he kind of lost in devastating fashion last week. I think it would be tough to, and he did kind of get beat. I don't know. Sam, I'm not going to bet the guy 20-1. I am a bit worried about the emotional toll that Sunday took on him. He's never really played that well here. But again, he's playing unbelievable golf, and there is no golfer more due on the PGA Tour for a victory than Sam Burns.
When was Sam Burns' last win? Was it Zurich?
It was 2023 match play. So it was March 2023 was the last time he won.
I had him.
I'm going to go ahead and pull my card. Dead golfer of the week, Sam Burns.
Okay, Steak, let's go. I'm glad I didn't have to say it.
I love it. I'm clapping. I like Sam Burns. It feels bad, but I like that. Okay, come on, BK. Cam Young. What's up with our boy here?
Yeah, I mean, he lost all his power after the Cadillac.
Fuck.
He can't putt anymore. So, yeah, I would say he's not going to win.
Matt Fitzpatrick. Pretty popular last week. Kind of played okay, right?
Well, he shit himself over the weekend. He was played in the final group on Saturday and bogeyed the first 3 holes, and then never was seen again. So that wasn't great. Again, probably I'm looking at some numbers and they indicate to me that he is dead. I'm not betting Matt Fitzpatrick. He's never been great here either.
All right. Here's my guy. First guy on my card. That's right.
Who?
Siwoo.
Okay. I like the bet. No beef with the bet. Disappointed people last week. He played awfully. He missed the cut. I will apologize, I guess, maybe. Yeah, great course for him. I will say, again, usually I don't have this information by my side. Last couple starts here. Withdraw, T31, cut. Just putting it out there. But this is a Siwoo course. This is a
wait. That's Siwoo's last 5 at this course?
Correct.
How is it a Siwoo course if he just keeps missing the cut?
Because the reason is because he plays well on Pete Dye courses. It's a shorter course. It's an iron players course.
Okay.
This is a Siwoo course, but he's been shit here. I'm not really sure why. But he's also in the best form of his career.
I will say that I think this entire year, for whatever reason, it has always baffled me to see Siwoo as high on the odds board as he has been. And it is just telling me that this fuckface is going to win one golf tournament this year. He just is. And I want to be there. Like, that is the guy we'll have FOMO on this year. This feels like a tournament he can do it. So Siwoo will be the first golfer on my card.
Done.
Okay. Best Steak, what do you think about that?
Not happening.
All right. Here's a couple guys. One of these 3 I'd like to put on my card. Let's see what you think. Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Patrick Cantlay.
I swear to fucking God, if you bet Colin Morikawa.
You know what? I'm probably going to do it.
Justin Thomas is most tipped this week. He has been most tipped a couple weeks now this year. You remember UVic lapped, he was dead. He took the bait, whatever. I'm on JT. JT has been fantastic here. He's in really good form. He's an American that can win. Americans dominate here. This is a shot maker's golf course, supreme iron play. I really like his results in the first 2 majors this year, but I'm on him and he's most tipped. Some other people are on him. So he's probably dead. But I still think 29-1 is a great freaking number on Justin Thomas.
Quick thoughts on JT. Thank you. I did nail that. he was when he was bait. I don't think the year of JT is over. I think he's going to contend. I don't think he's going to win. So I don't hate the bet, but he will not be on my card. So you're safe in that regard. Steak, anything on JT?
No, I'm not taking him.
Patrick Cantlay was so I had a guy DM me and he's like, you're not going to believe this. I was like, what? I thought he was going to tell me like something really fucked up. And he was like, it's probably Patrick Cantlay week. That's what he said last week. I was like, oh God. You know, if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even started thinking about Patrick Cantlay. I think I ended up betting the guy. Was he ever even in contention?
You missed the cut.
Loser. Done with Patrick Cantlay, which probably means he'll be up there.
This is his best course on the entire PGA Tour.
Yeah, it'll probably
T15, T15, T11, T13, T13, T4, T5, T12. Like, just racks up money here. He's on my card. I'm betting Patrick Cantlay. Striping it right now. He's hitting the ball really well. He's due. I'm on Pat. I'm on Patty Eyes.
Russell Henley.
He was the third actor last year, if you remember. It was Keegan and Tommy. Russ Henley had a really good chance to win this golf tournament. This is a Russ Henley golf course. He won a couple weeks ago. Not for me. Popular bet. No real beef, but just not for me this week.
Did he lose in devastating fashion?
No. But Tommy really did. But he was in the mix. He was in the mix. Not devastating fashion.
What's up with Victor Hovland? I think you guys talked about him on your recap, or maybe I listened to somebody else talk about Hovland. I don't know if it was Andy Lack or somebody was saying.
Andy talked about him.
Andy was saying he saw him hit some incredible golf shots. Like he looked like
he did hit it well.
What did he finish?
He missed the cuts. He hit the ball really well. He just putted really bad and off the tee. He's he's pretty popular this week, Hovland, which is interesting coming off a missed cut.
Yeah.
And his odds aren't like that good.
My two golfers that I loved for, 2020 to 2023 were Victor Hovland and Colin Morikawa. Morikawa has done me so dirty. Hovland is the guy who I still want to let back in to my heart. But yet I feel like he's just kind of floating. Like he doesn't really know what's going on. And I can't believe it, but I don't have any FOMO. Like I'm just going to be off Hovland and I don't think he's going to win. And even if he does, I will not have FOMO. All right. That's pretty much through the guys that I really want to talk about up into the 50-1 range. If you have anybody, BK, JJ Spawn, Clark, Aaron Ride, Justin Rose, any of these guys?
I like Wyndham Clark this week. He's playing pretty good golf.
Wow.
Could be a good course fit. That was a joke. I was kidding.
I was like, what? Yeah. What?
He's on my card.
That's fine. You've earned the right to bet him. I think he might be drunk when he shows up on Thursday, but sometimes you play good golf when you've had a couple of years.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's gonna be really hard for me not to bet Jordan Spieth if he gets a new putter. We shall see. I don't love kind of the later odds board. I think JT Poston makes a lot of sense.
I don't hate that.
Brian Harmon's very popular. He's on the tip chart. He opened at a crazy high number, but Brian Harmon, talk about a guy with good course history. Brian Harmon dominates here. T8, T9, T2, T8, T5 in his last 5 starts at Travelers. Like this is a Brian Harmon golf course.
What was Brian Harmon's opening line?
Like 92, and now best number 68.
Got it.
I don't like Brian Harmon when he's popular. What are you laughing about, Steak?
Add him to my card.
You like Brian Harmon?
Yeah, he's going on my card.
Okay.
Who else is on your card?
I'm going to get the worst number. Well, I need to clear it with you, obviously, when we're all done, but I'll let us keep going through it.
Okay.
Thigala played well last week. He has a runner-up finish here.
Yeah. Put him on my card.
I'll put him on. I'll put him on your card.
I like what I saw from Thigala. Somebody said Ben Griffin. I don't know what kind of form Ben Griffin's in, but when I hear the words Birdie Fest, I think of a guy like Ben Griffin.
Ben Griffin T17 last week. Pretty good.
Yeah. Am I lagging or is BK lagging, Steak?
I think BK.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Now, though.
A little glitch. Yeah. Quickly, Alex Fitz.
He can win, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't have any strong opinions about Alex Fitzpatrick this week.
Okay. I just want to mention a few more guys, and then we can go to the top and talk about our card, and then we'll wrap it up. BK, we always appreciate your time. Thank you. Gary Woodland's been playing pretty decent golf. What are you laughing about?
It's just funny that you brought up Gary Woodland.
Well, Gary Woodland's up here 80-1. Chris Gotterup was very popular last weekend. I don't think he did a goddamn thing.
Yeah, he missed a cut. That could be a potential.
Yeah, a little bit of a bounce back. Yeah. Northeast guy. You kind of have to. That's the only reason I bet Keegan Bradley at 90-1 here. Because he's a Northeast guy. I'm not going to bet Keegan this week. But I was curious about Gotterup. Woodland's been playing well. Bud Colley, FOMO guy, won a couple. Yeah, I missed a train on him. And the last dude I want to ask you about, Christopher Wrighton, keeps being a name that I see who I wonder if he is going to be the next.
He won.
Oh, what did he end up winning?
He won the Truist, which was the.
Oh, yeah. He's dead. He's dead. All right, he's done. That's all I got. Steak, anybody else you want to bring up?
Nope, nobody else I want to bring up. So here's my card. I want to make sure it's kosher. I'm going to have the Xander experience. You said something that stuck with me. Everybody's got to have their own experience. I've had a Ludwig experience. I've had a Fleetwood experience. I've had a Fitzpatrick experience. All pretty fucking miserable, to be honest. I want one of these guys that's not Scotty. So I'm going to have my Xander experience. So he's the first guy on my card. I'm obviously taking Morikawa. Everybody knows that. I'm going to go back to Wyndham as well. And then
okay.
What? So am I already too much?
No. Who else?
Brian Harmon.
That's fine. That's okay. You could bet that card. You should not bet Wyndham, but you won money on him last week, so who cares?
I like when you said he's probably going to be drunk, because I don't know if you've ever played games with your friends drunk, but like, for example, if I'm sober playing darts, I'm the worst darts player ever. But if I'm drunk, I'm a fucking Olympian.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been hitting it hard all week. Like his interviews, he looks like in rough shape.
Yeah. Okay, your turn, Jeff Sunday.
There's one other guy down here, Eric Cole, 140-1.
Good bet. Good
bet, right?
He's
been playing pretty decent golf. Okay, here's where I'm at, BK. I need your eyes, ears, and attention. The first guy going on my card is going to be Siwoo Kim. I'm going to pass on everybody else. I'm going to bet Siwoo Kim. I am going to take Colin Morikawa. I am going to take Kurt Kitayama. What?
Can I just say I like giving analogies, so I'll give the analogy on what this whole Colin Morikawa thing has been like with Jeff Sunday. Jeff Sunday used to date Colin Morikawa, right? They were in a very toxic relationship, and at one point Jeff said, "This isn't for me. I break up with Colin Morikawa. Healthy breakup. They're done. They go their separate ways. I start dating Colin Morikawa. We're a little more grown up and older, and the relationship is healthy. It's not as toxic. There's not as many late night drunk fights." But once every blue moon, I don't know, every 2-3 months, Jeff Sunday still DMs Colin Morikawa on Instagram at like 1 a.m. after a few beers and says, "You up?" And that's the fucking issue I have.
You missed so much context. First of all, you just said we were in a toxic relationship. I hit him 30-1 in the British Open, invented him in the Substack, in the newsletter, DM BK at the time. BK fucking gave me the cold shoulder, which I like to remind him about. Hit him twice, actually, State, before you even knew who Colin Morikawa was. You couldn't even fucking spell his last name at the time.
And then what happened?
So we were in a healthy relationship. Then it got toxic. And you didn't just fucking bump into Colin Morikawa at your local watering hole. You forced it. You said, "Oh, this was my fucking best buddy's ex that they no longer like, so I'm going to go force it. And every night I'm going to ask Colin Morikawa to go out with me until he finally puts out." And he put out for you. Great. So there's a lot of context missing, pal. You two aren't all just fucking hunky-dory.
He put out for me at a high level. He let me do things that you've never done with Colin Morikawa.
Fair.
You guys,
that's not true. What are you talking about? I hit him twice. I hit him twice.
That's probably what you were doing with Colin Morikawa. I wasn't fucking doing missionary, dude. I was doing some freaky, weird shit with Colin Morikawa.
You can bet Colin Morikawa every week as your fun bit because he was my golfer. That's fine. But you can't roll your eyes and go, "Oh, when I want to bet Colin Morikawa again." You can't do that. I'm sorry.
He's never coming back to you.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
Rest of your card.
Yeah, I'd love to get through it. Wyndham Clark. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not betting Wyndham Clark. Kurt Kitayama.
All Asians?
Hold on.
No, this is fucking insane, dude. I swear to God, if you add another Asian,
that's an all Asian card. Ben Griffin.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not done. Got her up.
It's a little overexposed. Let me run some numbers.
Okay. That's got to be 7X. It's like 5 guys.
Siwu 24, Colin 35, Ben Griffin 45, Goddard up 50, and Kurt 6. Yeah, it's close. It's nothing. I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll see you next week. Next week's tournament's ass.
Did BK say his card?
No, I don't know my card.
He never.
Say who you have. Say who you have. Jesus.
Good stuff. Let's give it up for BK in the chat. Love having BK.
WBK.
All right, wait. A couple of comments real quick. I got to scroll all the way back up.
Go ahead.
No whack packs came in. Well, first and foremost, hold on. Jeff is arguing that you can take a shitty number and still be a good bet. Well, first of all, I never necessarily said it was a good bet. But like I said, if there's a golfer that's 100 to 1 and now he's 40 to 50 to 1, I have no issue taking him because 40 to 50 to 1 still sounds pretty fucking good to me personally. But a long shot that finished above expectations is a bad bet. No, Snowman, you're better than that. I did not say that was a bad bet. My whole point was BK saying to me, please don't bet Kurt Kitayama because I'm a mush. So I just wanted to show him, hey, buddy, your golfer didn't do anything. He didn't finish top 20. He didn't even finish top 40. And I didn't bet him out of respect for you. So moving forward, don't fucking hit me with the please don't bet this guy to mush him.
I think your most important argument to BK that you might have missed was if BK is going to say a guy making the cut at 60 to 1 is a good bet, that's totally fine. But then you would have to mention that calling a guy dead and having him be in contention at the end of a tournament would not be a good bet. So they go both ways.
You're right. I kind of did that because on his podcast, he said Tommy and Scotty were dead, but Andy, his co-host, was like, well, they played pretty well. And he was like, no, they had no shot of ever winning the tournament.
Yeah,
so it's
Scotty
like,
can be argued, but he's Scotty, so who cares?
Right.
I don't think Tommy Fleetwood ever had a chance to win.
No, I don't disagree with his take at all. Again, I was on his side. Okay, hold on. Here was the paragraph. No Whack Pack said, so I watched yesterday's episode with Snowman and Steak. No way going paint picture of 2-0 in that light. Marker 1 hour, 18 minute on Monday. Chat asked you 2-0 Argentina. You said no. Then go post on Twitter about being glazed. That my issue. You said you weren't betting it. Has nothing to do with Vic Lap. It's Vic Lapping something you said you weren't betting. It's on video. I work, but had take break to respond because no way you told correct story, Jeff. And full message. Okay.
Damn, no whack packs. I might need receipts.
No, he might be right. Just wanted.
He might be, but I got to see it.
Just wanted to get my side out. Had to take break from work, but we'll watch later. See if respond. Have a good one. Thanks, boys. All right, no whack packs. If you're here, first of all, as I always say, I want the chat to keep me honest, to keep us transparent. And if I did say no to Argentina 2-0, then fair. For whatever reason, I can't even tell you why. The exact score I had was 1-0, and then I bet 2-0 as insurance. My favorite bet in that game was the under. I cannot tell you why I initially said 2-0 no on stream and then bet 2-0. But thank you, no whack packs. I hope that answers your question. I'll just go ahead and say that I'm sorry. How about that?
And I'll go ahead and have your back a little bit. It is incredibly hard to remember everything you discussed on a 2-hour stream that you do 5 times a week. It's really difficult. I really get off. I'm like, wait, what the fuck do I like? What bets do I like? I don't even remember.
No, I agree with you. Also, I do want to be clear, just because sometimes people do miss the jokes. Like, I was not being serious about anybody glazing me on the correct score for that one. But I was more so kind of doing it to like invite rage. That was actually kind of my form of rage baiting, which I don't do very often. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I'm fine with it. I think we got to move on tempo and pace. I mean, you went to the NBA draft yesterday. It looked like the most event of all time.
Dude,
I need to hear about it.
Did you say it looked like the most event? What kind of most event? Did you miss the adjective there?
You drive me nuts. You drive me fucking nuts.
You drive me nuts, bro. You drive me fucking nuts.
To do a show with you when I have to point out every joke. Honestly, it should be called the fucking explain joke review. Every joke has to be fucking explained. Every joke has to be explained. You know how hard it is to try to be funny when you know after you say something that you consider to be pretty funny, you're going to have to fucking explain it to your friend in front of 200 people?
I don't get the joke.
There's no adjective, dude. It sucked. It looked really shitty. It looked like a really bad time. I mean, it looked awful. It really looked like a bad time, and I love the NBA. It looks so unfun. I can't believe you paid hundreds of dollars. Please tell us about it.
All right. I got to pee. Can I pee first?
Yeah, pee break.
I still don't know that I get the joke, though.
Chat, it's Ask the Unks Day. Go pee. I'll talk on the pee break thing.
Okay. Do you want this or no?
Yeah, I want this. I want the pee break.
Okay.
It's fun. Play the music too. Or that. Yeah. Leave that. Leave more Kyle Sanders. Yeah, leave that up. All right. See you later.
Be right back.
Bye. If you haven't filled out your Ask the Unks question, it's not too late. We're doing that after this. Ask the Unks, board review, Twitter. Love you, Ron Musk.
Everyone in chat, if you hate Jeff's son.
Check. I thought you were going to be talking to the chat. What happened?
I was reading a few of the Ask the Unks questions.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the mailbag today. Okay. Yes, I would like to talk to you about the NBA draft and tell you my story. Do we have time for a story time?
Yeah, I'm Jeff. This is my story. Yeah, of course we have time for story time. It's story time day, honestly. Just is what it is.
I'm just retweeting it because I don't want to have to repeat it. Okay, so let me tell you what it was like going to the NBA draft. Now, I want to be very clear before I start this, okay? Because we were talking to Cam Is Money yesterday, and people don't totally understand why I even went in the first place. And we're like, whoa, well, what did you expect? I know that the NBA draft as a live event was not going to be a good time. I know that. And now I understand your follow-up question to that will probably be, well, if you knew you weren't going to like it or you knew it wasn't going to be fun, why did you go? This is where maybe I'm a little bit different than a lot of people. And I'm not saying for better or for worse, but like, I just like to have an opinion on things and I like to have it validated. And I'm a firm believer in like, don't knock it till you try it. So even if there's like albums or movies or shows that people have told me like, oh, it's not very good, sometimes I will still watch them to have an opinion. I will go try a restaurant or something like that. The NBA draft is right down the block at the Barclays Center. I am probably, my life is going to change if I try to have kids. I'm not going to have as much free time, trying to take advantage of doing as many things as possible for experiences and to have those opinions. So why not go to the NBA draft this year specifically? Because it is supposed to be one of the best drafts ever, right or wrong?
Yeah, 100%.
So here is where I already got thrown a curveball, and follow along with me because I need to ask your opinion on a few things to make sure that I'm like being checked here. And Hovey, shout out Hovey. He was kind of DMing or commenting or whatnot. I couldn't believe when I looked at the ticket prices and saw that to get into the NBA draft, there weren't that many listings in general. And I looked probably 2 or 3 hours before it started. I mean, there was like 14 tickets and I was like, geez. Then I looked again an hour before it started and there were 7. And the cheapest ticket at that time, Steak, was $304 for one ticket. Now, I realize something. When you try to buy a ticket to an event that is already almost at capacity for one person, it's really hard to find because most people are selling pairs. So, like, for example, I could buy 2 tickets at $180 per, but I got to pay $360. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. So just keep that in mind for context. $304, dude, was the cheapest ticket. And I'm pretty sure it was literally all the way back against the fucking wall in the upper bowl. How many, I guess, what would you expect that ticket to cost? Like, how far off am I? I thought maybe $120.
Yeah, I would not have expected it to cost that much, but I also wouldn't have bought it at the time you bought it. So I guess I'm not that surprised, but I would have expected like $100.
So, okay, that's another good question. Sometimes when you wait for an event to start, the ticket prices will drop. And I've done this to baseball games. I've done this to Rangers games. I mean, you'll get $200 tickets that will go below $100 when
you
somebody
mentioned an important thing earlier, capacity.
Okay, right. I did not expect this event to be sold out. Yes. And it was. Now, here's something to consider, okay? In the arena, we'll talk about the Barclays in a second. Obviously, they don't have the whole thing open. They close it off. It's almost like it's set up like a graduation, you know what I mean? So, let's say they hold 20,000 seats. I mean, there was probably like 8,000 available because they also have a bunch reserved for the families and all this stuff. So I guess now looking back, all of that makes sense. So, okay, I fucked up, right? But anyways, I tell myself, all right, I'm going to hop on the bike. I'm going to get down there and I'm just going to go to the box office because these ticket companies are scumbags. Maybe they're just trying to hold them and gouge and get the most or whatever. Got to have a box office. When's the last time you've gone to a box office at a stadium?
Literally can't remember.
I think it's like been a fucking like high school gymnasium to get a $5 ticket to see my cousin play volleyball. Not even kidding. So I get to the Barclays and I'm like looking, and sure enough, I see this thing that says box office, and there's like 5 people working in all these lines or these rows. Nobody's in line, but I'm like, oh, here we go. I found the fucking box office. There's people there. Clearly the box office is open. I walk around. I get in the row. I'm walking. I make eye contact. The guy's like, yep, right over here. I'm like, oh my God. I was recording myself at the time. I was like, is this where you buy tickets? He's like, yep. And I was like, well, do you have any tickets? He's like, nope, we're sold out. I'm like, holy shit. So I go back on SeatGeek. There's 2 tickets left. The price has dropped a little bit. I said, fuck it. I finally pulled the trigger on $250. That's enough of me complaining about the price of admission. I could not believe that. But this is important because we're going to circle back to this on what it's worth and how much I'd actually pay to go to this event again. I go into the Barclays. Everything that's available is on the upper bowl. I think the lower bowl is specifically reserved for, again, friends, family, media, shit like that. Or maybe they bought their ticket well in advance and it's reserved. So it's like you get into the stadium, you're immediately told to go up the escalator. Fine, I get up there. People kept asking me about concessions. I would say probably 30% of the concessions were open, which is kind of crazy to me. Yeah. Because there's one thing, right? When you walk up, it's like Paisano's Burger, and the line is like TSA.
Yeah.
General security at an airport. Did you have to ask me a question?
Well, you said 30%, but didn't you kind of say 30% of the stadium was open?
Yeah. So I guess obviously there's some math behind that and they're trying to make sense of it. So I'm not criticizing them for only opening 30% of the concessions. That makes perfect sense. So there's like one thing open with food. Then there's a couple others for cocktails and beers. No discounting price of alcohol, $18 beer. I only had one. That's very good. It was like a 6-point Hell's Lager or something. I don't know. I kind of liked it. Anyways, I go the Barclays Center. Have you been to the Barclays Center? You have.
Yeah, multiple times.
Right. You've been multiple times. I don't really know that you fully understand how awful this place is because
I do.
Okay.
It's really bad.
Yeah. If you ever go to the Barclays Center, I'm just going to try to explain it as best I can for you. Like, it is the most soulless, lifeless arena I have ever been to in my entire life. And I truly cannot think of when they said, okay, here's the plot of land we're going to build on, and we're bringing the Nets team. Let's design this thing. I just can't. I would like to know who they hired and who got that job and who those people were, because they're so bad. They're so bad at what they did. And I took a little video and some guy commented like first world problems, whatever. I don't know if I'm overblowing it, but there is no personality, no charisma, no nothing. It's dark, it's dim, it's narrow, it's tight as fuck. It just sucks. On top of that, nobody in there knows what they're doing. Nobody gives a flying fuck. There was a kid. I mean, they had a kid working and he didn't even have an actual name tag. It was a piece of paper written with a pen what his name was. And they taped it to his shirt. I am not kidding. And I asked this kid, I was like, hey, 225, because the sections are really confusing too. It's like, it says 225, 223. I go to 225. I show him the fucking ticket. I'm like, row 5, seat 11. Is this where I'm at? He just looked at me blank stare and was like, yeah. Like he didn't fucking know. But whatever. I don't care. I'm not criticizing the kid. He's showing up. He's clocking. He just wants to.
You remember his name?
No. Started with a T. Anyways, I go up there. I fucking see row 5. I'm seat 11. This is seat 1. Well, I count the seats. There's like 5. And then there's this railing. So clearly I'm not there. So I got to go back down. I walk around. I go again. Guess what? Another kid who looks like he's 14 years old is working. I'm like, hey, man, is this fucking 225 row 5? Kid has no idea. And I'm not blaming the kid. This all goes back to the arena. They don't give a flying fuck. They don't fucking care about anything. They don't train anyone. They just open the doors and they charge you fucking $20 for a beer. I hate this place with a passion. So I'll tell you this. This is the best part of the story. I get to my seat. Okay. Someone's in my seat, of course. That's just always how it happens there. Get to my seat. You're never going to believe this. I got 2 guys to my right. I got 2 guys to my left. The 2 guys to my right are friends. One is a Wizards fan. One is a Jazz fan. I got 2 guys to my left. One kid went to North Carolina, so he's just like there to see Caleb Wilson. Then I got this other guy sitting on the aisle seat, this old guy, 60 years old. I'm not kidding. He looked just like DC, fucking in a Memphis Grizzlies jersey, dude. Like, actually love this guy. Memphis Grizzlies jersey. He wanted Cameron Boozer. He couldn't wait. He was fired up. He was wearing Hey Dude shoes, smelled like cigarettes. I'm not kidding. This is no offense to DC. He just looked like DC. He may have lived in a van. And I'm not kidding. I've never seen a guy more excited for a Memphis Grizzlies pick in my entire life. All he kept talking about was how Carlos Boozer was a winner. He wins everywhere he goes. And as soon as the Grizzlies came up, he said, run to the podium. Run to the podium. He didn't want him to trade, nothing. He was so fired up. Go ahead. You want me to take a break?
I want you to take a break. Just so you know what you just did, you said, he kind of looks like DC. No offense. He just looked like DC. Looked like complete trash.
No.
Disgusting looking human. Barely looks like a human at all. Lives in a van. Shitty looking man. Cool, but shitty looking man.
No, I never said he was shitty looking. That has nothing to do with looking like DC. He could look like you. I'm just saying it looked like he rolled out of fucking bed. You know what I mean? Hey dudes.
You said he looked like DC, and then you basically said he looked homeless.
Listen, I love DC. I don't need to make that any more clear. I have told you, if there's a guy you want on your team, it's DC. I'm just saying he looked like DC with white, long hair. I'm giving you a visual. The rest has nothing to do with how he looks. Anyway.
Okay.
So let me just tell you, all right? I sit down and I'm like, this is going to be awesome. I could not be in a better place. I got Wizards, Jazz, Caleb Wilson, and Memphis Grizzlies diehard super fan all in my row. Okay, Adam Silver comes out. He announces the pick. Wizard fan goes nuts. Sits down. And then there's just you could hear a pin drop in this place. And by the way, the Wizards took the full 5 minutes.
So this is after the DP pick?
Well,
after the AJ pick, and then you could hear a pin drop. Sorry.
Yeah, he gets up. I recorded it. I'm like, okay, blah, blah. He gets up. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Sits down. Fist bumps his friend. Okay, now you're up, whatever. But then, it's just total silence in the stadium. Total. And keep in mind, this place is sold out.
Yeah.
And this is where I realized being at this event is so fucking stupid and pointless. This is what they do. John Fanta and Dennis Scott. I don't know what it looked like for you guys on TV, like who you were listening to talk in between picks. Who were you listening to talk? I couldn't even tell. Do you know? Was it like Tim Legler or?
I don't know. Why am I drawing a blank? Who was doing the main? I unfortunately
Jay Billis.
No, yeah.
Sorry, Billis. I don't know why I said Billis. Jay Billis, Richard Jefferson. Okay. Well, for the people there, you got John Fanta, you got Dennis Scott. All right. Not bad. Not bad. They're on the
Fanta.
Yeah, not bad. Dennis Scott's an interesting dude. I didn't really know he was like that relevant or had a job like that, but hey, go Magic. I'm good with Dennis Scott. John Fanta's nice little bubbly guy. Sure. So they got him on the Jumbotron. They're talking as best they can or whatever. But here's the thing, man. When a fucking like 19-year-old out of college gets drafted, this is the part that gets me. You know what they start talking about?
What?
Well, they talk about a little bit about like player comp and whatever, but then they start doing these cheesy fucking things where they show a picture of them as a kid in like a Spider-Man costume.
I saw the one of Caleb Wilson in the Bulls shirt.
Yeah. So they get the guy, they try to talk as much as they can or whatever. And then the next player goes up. Well, then the guy comes and they give him an interview and they interview him. And these questions are so stupid. Like, this is a question, but like, I get it. Like John Fanta, what else is he supposed to do? But he's just like, the journey that led you up until this moment. What does it mean to you to be sitting here right now as I'm away? What does anybody care? What the fuck is the kid supposed to say? What does anybody care too? Like, oh, it means everything to me. Obviously, you're an instant multimillionaire. You're the number 1 pick or the number 2 pick or the number 3 pick. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
This is so dumb. And then, you know what they do? These fucking guys, they forced in a State Farm ad when Cameron Boozer came up. You know who they had come up there? We have a surprise question. The fucking guy from State Farm comes on the Jumbotron. It's like, hey, man, Cameron, we had a great time getting to know you when we film. Who in your life has been the biggest assist for you? It was so fucking stupid. And then Cameron Boozer's like, my mother, blah, blah, blah. All this whole thing, I'm just like, get me out of here. This is so stupid. There's no pulse. There's no energy. The crowd does a little reaction when somebody gets announced, and then he goes off, and then you sit there for 5 minutes while John Fanta and Dennis Scott try to fill the time. Go ahead. Did you have something to say?
Quite a few things to add on to. Number one, and this is the most important, I don't like, and this happens, I feel like a lot in the NFL draft and the NBA draft. Joel CP kind of touched on it with Yaxel's mom and the cancer. I feel like for some reason they take the saddest story of the person's life and they make it a center point of when they got drafted. I don't understand that. Like, I swear to God, they'll be like, oh, his never met his father. He was a crackhead who died with a needle in his hand. And you're like, what? Then that didn't need to be the time you said that. Like, it wasn't. I don't feel like, I understand you want to talk about your mother when you get drafted. I just didn't really feel like bringing up the saddest story in your life at the point of the best moment in your life. I don't really understand that.
I couldn't agree more.
That's number one. Number two, Snowman touched on it. They're already rich. And that's the thing that kind of makes the NBA draft suck even worse, is these guys are crying because they can fucking buy their mom a house or their dad a G-Wagon or whatever it is, because they've been struggling and this was their family's dream. Now they're rich. They already fucking got their dad the car and their mom the house. It's not like this life-changing thing like it was. And you could tell, man, some of it is just not as cool as it was. I know we're in our 30s and we're the fucking yelling at cloud guys, and I'll accept that for what it is. It's just not as emotional to watch a kid who made $6 million last year get drafted to make $100 million.
You're so right. That's what it was. It was like Adam Silver would come up, he would announce the pick, the guy would come up, there would be this quick reaction, and then you would see him make his rounds. He would sit on some couch. I couldn't really tell what was happening. He would sit on a couch and talk to and answer questions. Then he would go to another place and take a picture. Then he would go to like the podium and be interviewed. And all the while in between, you just have Dennis Scott and John Fanta talking to you as best they can. But like, dude, it was just, you were sitting there in a stadium with thousands of people watching TV. You were watching John Fanta and Dennis Scott on TV. And it's like, I'd rather just be in my living room and not pay $280, need to fucking ask people to move to use the bathroom, and $20 for beers. And somebody said, Panday said rare Jeff L. I was wondering what he was talking about. Great point. I heard today, AJ DeBonsa had a $500,000 watch on.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That wouldn't surprise me either. But that's, again, to your point. These guys are already rich. They're already loaded. But like a $500,000 watch is actually kind of fucking insane, in my opinion.
Yeah, but maybe the company fucking wanted them to wear it.
You get your money up, little bro. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The other thing that I guess I wanted to say is, in touching back on this, because Timbo Slice, I think agrees with me. And Krabs got a little salty because he's a Wizards fan, but he was already trying to chirp me like, "Oh, you're already trying to leave early." The Wizards taking all 5 minutes was absurd. Like, it has nothing to do.
Every draft,
but that's what I want to talk about for a second. Like, just things that make sense. You have 4 months to figure out who you're drafting. The number one pick, when they get the draft started in any sport, the number one pick, when you go out there, you're Adam Silver and you're like, "Oh, it's great to be here, blah, 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 blah." And now with the number one pick, the Washington Wizards select, boom, boom. You don't need to be on the clock. They've been on the clock for 4 months. No number one pick needs to have 5 minutes right there. What's going to happen? What's going to change? All right, guys, everybody get your notebooks out. Let's go over all the fucking due diligence. Hey, let's see if anybody calls us. No. I think that is the stupidest thing ever, personally, that the first pick in any draft has time. It's a no-brainer. Thank you, Tim. Anyways, what are you looking at?
AJ DeBonce's watch.
What does it look like?
Insane.
$500,000 for a watch is fucking nuts.
Insane. This thing's insane. They said it wasn't nothing like that. He went and bought it himself. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Cool ass watch.
I thought when they announced his name, Anise, I had no idea who that was. I couldn't believe when they said that. Biev tweeted about this, and I totally agreed. I was like, "Who the fuck are they about to draft?" Did you know what AJ stood for?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. What else? Oh, when they do these player interviews, this is the other thing I wanted to mention. When they do these player interviews, it's really hard. It's like, again, what are you going to ask these kids? And they, everybody just says they're softballs and they just hit a nice bass single. And it's like, oh my God, we got to do this 30 fucking times. But I like some things that I saw from some people, like Mikel Brown Jr. I think I texted you. I really liked how he was really fired up, and he seems like just kind of really motivated, and like he's probably a bit of a dog. I like that. This Wagler kid.
Yeah.
When they were interviewing him, I legitimately thought he was like a 15-year-old. He is a
19-year-old.
Okay, very, very fair. He is 19 years old, but he looked like a baby when he was being interviewed.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But just overall, I wanted to just end my draft experience with this. It was without a doubt the most boring sporting event I could have imagined. And this is the last thing. And this is what they did. And I've talked about this before. And for some reason, Sandy Plashke's hated this. You agreed with me. And it was the whole, like, when you're at a Magic game, it's like, let's get loud, and it's like, oh my God, seriously, this is how we have to fire everybody up. When I go to a Rangers game, they just blast this heavy house music. Like, this is not doing anything for anyone. At the draft, they had those first of all, they had the chick who does like the hype up for Brooklyn Nets games. She was there. They had the DJ for Brooklyn Nets games. He was there. And they had the fucking people run out and do the t-shirts. They had the t-shirts. They threw the t-shirts. They did the t-shirt cannon. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, as the World Cup is here and we start talking about how we wish that American soccer would have these cool chants, and like kind of adapt these things. How about this? Because maybe that's asking for too much. How about we just stop? How about we just stop with like the force, like, hey, let's get everyone fired up. I'm going to keep saying this until my last breath. You don't need to go to a sporting event to get fired up from t-shirt cannons and DJs playing heavy house music and somebody with a microphone telling you to stand up and get loud. Your team can do that. Your team's performance can do that. The players who get paid to play and do their jobs can do that.
Bro, when I was at the Magic game where they blew the 29-point lead, where they missed like every shot they took in the third quarter, there was a moment like that in the Magic game, because obviously we called a timeout, where they tried doing that in the arena.
I remember you telling me that.
I can't hear you, and stuff's fucking going crazy, and he's shooting shit out of his nose. And I'm literally just sitting there like, you must be out of your motherfucking mind if you think I get out of this fucking seat. We just turned a 29-point lead into a 4-point lead in like 8 minutes. Nobody's getting loud. Like, what? This is the most tone deaf thing I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, it was. The price of admission was insane. I truly just don't even know. Like, maybe $20. Like,
that's on you. That's on you, though. That has to be mentioned. You could have got it for $70.
No.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah, you could have.
When
Hobie said they were $75 2 days ago.
No, they were not. No, they were not.
Hobie said.
That was if you were buying 2 tickets, maybe. I do not think they were $75, but I will. It was probably for 2 tickets regardless. But anyways, $75 is too much money. It's too much money. $20 is the most I would ever pay. I will never go to the NBA draft again. If you want to go to the NBA draft, good on you. Would you go to the NBA draft?
No, I would have went with you yesterday for sure if I was in New York. Did it? I mean, I watched your videos and it really looked like energy sucking bad, like just really, really bad.
I will say the only thing I thought was kind of cool was there were a lot of Wizards fans that showed up and were pretty fired up. And the Wizards fans showed up and there was a group of Knicks fans and they were like kind of talking shit to each other in a very friendly way. And the Knicks fans started saying, fuck Trae Young. I don't know what's this? Is it fuck Trae Young? There's a chant that all the New York fans say. Yep. Yeah. I was like, that one doesn't sound right when I do it. But anyways, the Wizards fans were very fired up. So good for them. That was nice to see. Cause like, I feel like Wizards fans.
Wizards got a little fraud.
Yeah. So okay. We had to talk about that. I had to get some stuff off my chest about the NBA draft. What were your thoughts in terms of like winners, losers? Pretty
shocking pick of the draft for me was Morez Johnson. I'm not a hater. I want to be clear. People were sort of taking it wrong on Twitter. I'm not a hater. Did I ever think he'd go over Mara in Lendenborg? No, I didn't. I thought it was really funny curveball that Dusty May threw when he ended up taking one of his Michigan guys, and it was literally the one no one thought was possible. I just cannot believe we let the Thunder get Mara. I know me and you feel differently about Mara. I think he's a star in the making and awful to let the Thunder get him. You aren't as high on him and you're really high on Johnson, so that's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not a hater of Morez, but I was shocked. That was the most shocking. I think the worst draft was the Bucks. Ament and Burries feels like 2 guys with similar-ish trajectories to me, both freshmen out of college, both young, going to take a while to develop. And I get what people are going to say. Well, they're the Bucks. They just traded their cornerstone and they're going to be rebuilding. I'm just not sure those guys are going to be good. I think they could end up being 2 bust picks. Best draft, saw people getting some hate for this. I think Caleb Wilson is a sure thing, number 4 overall pick superstar. And I like Dalen Swain from Texas. I thought the Bulls crushed it. And I thought the Thunder crushed it. I couldn't believe there wasn't one team that wanted to trade up to make sure they got Mara. I thought a lot of teams were going to do that. That surprised me. And then LeBaron Philon going as late as he did. And then to the 76ers, like, respect to the 76ers, I think, because they said, fuck position, we'll go best player available, even though we obviously already have Maxey and we drafted Edgecombe last year. Give us Philon as well. I respect that the Sixers just said, nope, best player available, we'll take him. He was a steal there. And then Thunder getting Bennett Sturts. Is there a more Oklahoma City guy in existence than Bennett Sturts?
No.
I mean, he is Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Wow. Caravan went to Cleveland at 20. Oh, see, this is so confusing. Traded to Sacramento. I don't understand this.
Alex Caravan, you understand it. He got traded to the Kings.
Okay. Well, because it says Cleveland, so I was confused if the trade happened and then he went to the Cavs. No. He's going to Sacramento. All right, got it. So I have a couple things I'd like to say, and I want to be very clear about this because even our guy Cam's Money already was not understanding my point about Morez Johnson and Adai Mara. So I just want to be on record because this goes back to when I was hyping up Cam Ward, but yet I still wasn't necessarily in on the Titans. I was like, what are you talking about? You were on the Titans. Listen, I like everyone that was on that Michigan team. All of them. I am not out on Adai Mara. I just think these big guys in college are at a little bit more of an advantage. He's 7'3". However, he's very skilled. He is not just a guy who is taking advantage of his height and able to just put the ball in the basket because the defender is 6 inches shorter than him. He is skilled. But I think when we see these guys who are skilled, good footwork, good mechanics, there's so many of them. It's a different game in the NBA.
Yeah.
What are you shaking your head for?
I don't think there's so many big men that are as skilled as Adai Mara. I disagree. Even the comp yesterday in the chat with Cam's Money, you said is Zach Edey, which is a bad comp because Zach Edey doesn't have skill.
Okay, fine. I'll take Zach Edey out of it then. I mean, you can't think of big guys in the NBA who have had.
No, I think teams are dying for guys like that. That's why I was genuinely shocked, because I thought Adai Mara was the only one in the draft who was like that. And I thought there was a lot of teams who need a skilled big man. And I just genuinely believe there's going to be a point as soon as next season where everyone's going to be like, holy shit, how the fuck did we let the Thunder get this guy?
Well, I love Klingon. I loved him. He was probably one of my favorite players on that UConn
I think
team.
Mara's better.
I think Mara might be more skilled. I think Klingon's more of a dog. And that's what I value a bit more. Here's my thing. I don't really think you need the scoring and your offense to go through a big man. I don't think you need a skilled big man in the NBA, which is what Mara is. In college, it's fantastic. It's great. But I think you just want a banger for your big man. I think you want a banger. And if I'm taking a guy of size, I want somebody like Morez Johnson. That's why I like
the final four teams in the conference finals in the NBA have some of the best big men in the league. Wemby, Chet, Karl Anthony Towns, Mobley, Jared Allen. I don't know. I think you're off about teams needing big men. I think teams do need big men, and I don't think there's that many good ones.
Mobley and Jared Allen.
I mean, you could say what you want about them. You bet them to. They're unfortunately probably one of the best big men tandems.
Sure. There's your player comp. Mobley. Is Adai Mara Evan Mobley?
No, Adai Mara and Mobley is not a good comp.
Okay, is he better than Mobley?
I'm going to go ahead and say that the comp for Mara, and I don't know if I'll get shit on for that, this is Sengun.
Really?
That's how I see him. He's just a good passer. I don't know. I can't think of a better comp. I think Mara's good at everything.
Okay. Yeah, I like Mara. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have Morez Johnson. Did not like the Wagler pick at 5 personally.
Yeah.
Acuff was a dude who had probably, I think, the biggest positive reaction. People love Darius Acuff. Like straight up love him.
Yeah. That's because he's awesome to watch play basketball. It's not like a mystery. He's just so fun to watch play basketball that I think everyone thinks, like, how could you not want this guy at the next level? I know the knock is he's bad on defense. I have a hard time believing Mikael Brown's so elite on defense that he would have been the pick over Acuff. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention was I loved Christian Anderson at 18 to the Hornets.
I knew you would. I love it too.
Yeah, I like that guy. I think he's a really good player. I think he's super talented. Dalen Swain going to the Bulls at 15. That's a guy we kind of saw up close and personal. He can play basketball. Like, I didn't think anyone on Texas was that great, but he just kind of has the build, and I don't know, the way he moved to me was pretty impressive. I like the Bulls taking a chance on him. Phylon dropping to 22. How did that happen? How does Jaden Quintance and Kareem Lopez and Alan Graves? Who the fuck is Hans Steinbach?
No, he's the dude from Washington. He's good. That's a good pick. The Hornets low-key cooked. I don't know, and I think, and I say it a lot, I think these fucking big brains that get paid a bunch of money to scout these players overthink it sometimes. And I think you overthought letting quite a few teams in the draft yesterday overthought LeBaron Phylon. I thought he should have went higher for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody likes Hans. All right, fine. I don't know who the fuck any of these other guys are. Cameron Carr to the Knicks at 24. Not bad, right?
They traded him. I forget to who. To the Lakers.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, got it. That's all. It's
a great pickup for the Lakers, in my opinion. So no,
did
you weren't wrong.
Did you like this wasn't a bad pick for the Celtics at 27, getting Sanak Jr.
Yes, I like it.
And the other thing, Joshua Jefferson, he was selected at 28, but it looks like he got traded to Brooklyn. He was a pretty good player for Iowa State, and then he got hurt, right? Yeah.
No idea what to make of him as a pro. To be honest, I have zero thoughts on him as a pro. I saw an interesting quote above by AB that said the Warriors only had one player higher rated than Yaxel Lendenborg last night, and that was Cam Boozer, which is super interesting. Sounds like the Warriors all along wanted Yaxel. I had no idea. That's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how that one turns out.
So let's just wrap it up with this, and then we will we'll get to the board. We got World Cup to talk about. We have baseball to talk about. If we have to go over.
I was going to say, we also have the mailbag, and now I'm starting to wonder, should the mailbag be moved to Unks After Dark so we can go over the board?
I can go longer than noon. Can you or no?
I could go till 12:15, but we have to make time for BTL.
Oh, I thought there wasn't a BTL today.
No, there's a BTL today and yeah.
No, we should do the mailbag. Let's do the mailbag.
Okay, so we might
How about
not
a couple questions?
Yeah, we might not get to the board.
No, we'll get to the fucking board. Just a couple, not all of them. How about that? We'll do the other.
But we could go till 12:15. We're agreeing on that, right?
Yeah, I can go till 12:15. By the way, Pranav is in here. Love that. Good idea with mailbag on Unks After Dark. All right, let's just tease it. Give us a couple. Do the best ones.
Okay, cool. I'm on it right now.
Did we get any DMs from someone who you don't recognize?
Quite a few. No, not for people I don't recognize. I'm not going to say their names either. I'm just going to read out the questions. I'll start with the basic one. Mailbag. Jeff Sunday's top 3 national sub sandwich chains.
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Well, I got to put Penn Station up there. They rocked my fucking world when we were, where were we? Dayton?
Yeah, Dayton, Ohio.
You got to go Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
I'll go Penn Station 1. I'll go Jersey Mike's 2. I've told you this the other day, but Publix is going downhill.
You did say that.
Yeah, Publix is going downhill. Absolutely not with Subway. Potbelly is no good. Nope, Potbelly is no good. Lenny's is not good. I'm trying to think. What's another one? Can you give me some?
Subway.
No, absolutely not. Subway's disgusting.
It's
Yeah.
For me.
There it is. Give me. No, I used to be a big Jimmy John's guy. Steak and I fought over Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's gone downhill too.
You loved Jimmy John's.
I loved. Give me Firehouse. Yeah. So Penn Station, Jersey Mike's, Firehouse. There we go.
Okay, cool. Favorite sport to be boots on the ground for and why? Also, bonus question: where was the best venue you've been to for that sport?
All right, you answer this one first.
Okay, my favorite sport to be boots on the ground for might actually surprise people. It's baseball. My favorite sport to be boots on the ground for. Like, comparatively speaking, we got a huge Rude Bets raid, 102 people. W Rude Bets. I say it every day. Drop the parlay. I need a home run hitter like oxygen. W Rude Bets, thank you for the raid. Baseball is my favorite sport to be boots on the ground for. And I'm comparing what I think it's like to watch on TV versus in person. I think baseball is so much more fun to watch in person than on TV. I actually think the NFL and college football is way more fun to watch on TV, like way, way, way better. And the bonus answer is, and this is chalky, but Wrigley is awesome. I love it. It's my favorite MLB stadium. The American Airlines club that I went to, where they have like the speakeasy down there, just one of the coolest sporting event experiences I've ever been to. So I'll say baseball, Wrigley Field.
Yeah, that is pretty chalky. I'll give you another chalky one. How about this?
Yeah.
It's kind of an unfair answer, but it is. There's hype that things live up to, and there's hype that things don't live up to. Being courtside for an NBA basketball game is top of the top.
It is
top of the top. I've had really good seats for football games. It's really tough because when you go, even if you're at the 50-yard line and you're like lower bowl, like it's hard to get a good visual. I've sat center ice and at the Boston Bruins arena, TD Garden, right behind the benches. It was incredible, but you can't.
It is cool as shit. Being on the ice is very, very fun.
Oh yeah, I wasn't front row where I could smack it. I was second row. That's awesome. But if I had to give you a fun one, Tennis Live, U.S. Open is really the only place I've been to. I would make sure that Tennis Live gets a little respect because I don't think enough people talk about it. My first U.S. Open experience was one of the best sporting event experiences I've had in my entire life. It was.
Can I tell you my worst thing I've ever witnessed? Sporting event, if you consider it one, a cockfight.
That was the worst.
Awful, dude. It was so awful. You think it's going to be fun. You're going to bet on it. Honestly, it was a bucket list item for me. And it was just gruesome, dude. Like, you just feel bad. Probably a minute into this thing, you're just feeling bad. Absolutely awful. If you're thinking you want to go to a cockfight, wherever they have cockfights, just don't do it.
Yeah. I know. I have an uncle who from Puerto Rico, and he's been to a few, and he told me how the cock, they try to pluck the eyeballs of the other cock,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Dude, they pluck everything.
There's like straight up strategy. Yeah, that's awful.
Do all of Steak's tats have meaning? Absolutely not. There's a real simple answer. I basically tell the fucking tattoo artist to doodle on me. There's no fucking meaning.
He's got lines on his fingers. It's probably well, actually,
what's the fucking meaning here?
I don't know. Yeah, let your freaking niece go nuts. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. More impressive: Ronaldo scoring in 6 World Cups, or Messi being the all-time leading scorer in World Cup history?
Messi.
Easy.
Probably being a prisoner of the moment, but Messi. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Matt Kalish, I don't know who that is. Matt Zilbert or Alan Dims.
So Matt Kalish is the guy from DraftKings. I'm trying to follow what's going on with him. He's just going nuts on Twitter, and like part of it I kind of like because he keeps going after quant nerds, which I think I kind of like it, not all the way like it, because sometimes it does annoy me when people all they do is just focus on the fucking numbers. It's like I just want to shake them. But also the guy, I don't know that I'm a Matt Kalish guy. I want to be very clear. I don't know if he's for me. But I also really don't know enough about him, and I can't figure out this fight he's fighting. I need to do more research on that. So Matt Kalish, Matt Zilbert, Alan Dims.
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill.
Oh my god, that's tough.
I think I have an answer.
All right, well, you go first.
All right, I'm gonna kill Matt Zilbert because pretty sure Matt
in GTA.
In GTA, I'm gonna kill Matt Zilbert in GTA because I'm pretty sure Matt Zilbert killed someone in GTA. Don't know. I'm gonna marry Alan Dims, but mostly just so I can say my naggy bitch wife Alan Dims. And then I guess that leaves me with fucking Matt Kalish, who I don't actually know. All in GTA.
God. Dude, marrying Alan Dim sounds awful.
Yeah. But I'll just bitch on my friend all the time.
I don't know if I can marry Alan Dim because I'd probably fucking I'd KMS in GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know.
Saying that the food that you got is nasty because you didn't use the coupon, so you got negative CLV on the chicken.
All right, you're right, because I don't want to marry Kalish. He seems like he's kind of erratic. And Zilbert, absolutely not. All right, I guess I'm with you. You got to marry Alan Dims. That's crazy. We got to marry Alan Dims. I never want to play that game again in my life.
Okay, let's see. One
more, and then we'll go to the board.
Okay. At what point did you and Steak decide that gambling was the avenue you wanted to pursue instead of a true 9-to-5 job?
Oof. God. Well, that's not really that's not even really a fair question. Okay. I don't know that we're like pursuing gambling. If we were to pursue gambling, I think we would actually try to be
gambling content. You don't want to say when you decided you were going to get into gambling content.
Oh, yeah. Got it. I don't know why I was thinking of yes, I was taking that too literal. I can tell you exactly when COVID hit. When COVID hit, and I was like, well, I got to get a little creative because COVID hit 2020, March, everything shut down for a couple months. In the real estate industry in New York, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't show apartments. It was crazy. But here's what people forget. People forget that everyone thought, and I'm a little guilty of this, cities were dead. Anywhere where there was a lot of people were dead. You thought the real estate was dead. You thought commercial was dead. Everything. So people were leaving the city. In what do they call it? Droves, whatever the fuck. They were going to Maine was really popular. Obviously Florida, Texas, that whole thing. Like that's real shit. So I was like, well, I got to get creative. And this is a perfect opportunity to kind of lean into something. So that's when I started the Degenerate Twitter account. I was like, let's just kind of see where this goes from there. And then I don't know, Steak, what do you think about a year and a half, 2 years later is where you were like, hey, because you have multiple businesses that you're involved with. So you didn't have a lot of time, but you started to have more and more time to commit to it.
I also had a fear of public speaking pretty much my entire life. So that's the most important part to members. Like, I think you always thought of me as your friend that is a degenerate gambler and knows a lot of ball, but I don't know if you ever thought of me as someone who would be comfortable speaking to people in front of a camera. I never thought I would be. So I did not think it was any bit possible until I started doing it with you in 2022.
Yeah, I think, and a lot of people weren't around for this, but some of them probably were. The newsletter was me and Greg at first. Greg was the nerdy newsletter guy. He was like, hey, there's this thing called Substack. We could write our picks. I didn't even think, I knew you were a guy we consulted with. I had a group chat. I had a text with you and I had a text with Greg separately. I was like, hey, we're going to merge this. But I was like, you're probably going to not have any interest in like writing your fucking bets,
Yeah.
but like, what do you like? So then we did like stakes best pick. And then there was a time I had to move back to Florida. My mother-in-law got pancreatic cancer, which she survived. But that was also more of a reason I was like, fuck, I can't commit to real estate as much. I'm going to put a little bit more attention to this. That's when I started doing the board review. And I remember I was going on Twitter Live. I had a stand and I had the phone right here and I went on Twitter Live and there was like 6 people in it. And I was just in the bedroom in the desk, but people kept saying, because anytime you wanted to go to another application on your phone, you had to exit Twitter. So like it would go up to 8 people, then it would go down to 0, and then it would go to 4. And then it's like, hey, you should figure out Twitch. Because when you're in Twitch, you can be in it and do other shit on your phone. So that's when I remember loading up Twitch. We had like 24, 30 people. Everybody had their own song. Fat Girls had Gorillas. I forget who else had something else, but yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, 100%. All right, that was actually a pretty good question. I think I have more questions. I'll save them for next Wednesday. I think we got to get into the board.
Yes, let's get into the board. I'm getting fucking sick of baseball. I'll tell you that. Get real fucking sick of it. I'm gonna stick with it, but I'm gonna get sick of it. Do you want to do World Cup first or baseball first?
I want to do World Cup first.
I do too. I'm in on the World Cup. The World Cup fucking rocks. It was never Panama yesterday, by the way, but they did cover the 1.5, so nobody can shit on me too much there. I think I maybe lost like $4. Shout out Ghana.
So dumb to not have a game at 12 or 1 today when there's 6 games.
I can't believe it. What are we doing? What are we doing? How does this make any sense at all? 3:00, Canada, Switzerland is the first game. That's also a fucking good game. Yeah, you already know I'm a Switzerland guy. And you guys want to bust my balls about it.
Actually, this is the kind of a showdown game for us. It's kind of a showdown game for me and you, man. I'm a Canada guy. I might have to go against you here.
All right, let's talk about it. I was kind of in my bag early yesterday. You and Snowman were all fucking horny together with England scoring goals and all that bullshit. No, it was never England scoring goals. How about Ghana? Let's give it up for Ghana. We give it up for Ghana. Fucking draw. I know you want to give it up a little bit. You had the draw 7-1. Shout out fucking Tealbook with the X because they had plus 745. I think I fucking got it at. That was a big one. Needed that. Jeff Sunday needed
draw.
that.
Big draw.
And the under was my favorite play in that one. So yeah, listen, I got some takeaways here on Switzerland, Canada. Oh my God, 1, 2, dude. There's Bosnia, Qatar. There's 6 games. This is crazy.
There's 6 games. It is crazy.
Yeah. So I watch these teams play, and I have some real fucking thoughts and opinions on them, and I'm going to apply that to my capping. Let's start with Switzerland, shall we? First game, they tied Qatar, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Then they beat Bosnia. I think I had that. Now they're playing Canada. I thought Canada was pretty good when I watched them play Bosnia. They were never winning in Toronto. You remember my capping. They went to Vancouver. I took their over team total. I took the spread. I think everybody was on it. It was a community win, as they say in the golf world. Canada wins 6-0. I'll tell you right now, I think Switzerland's a proper ball club, but that's not to take anything away from Canada. I think Canada is pretty solid too. I think we got good 2 soccer teams playing today in Switzerland, Canada. I'm very excited. You know, I have a light day today. I might go to a bar to watch this.
Love it.
But this is tough because I do want to put my money where my mouth is and stand on business and take Switzerland. If I disrespected Canada more, I would do it with ease. I have a little bit of concern because I think Canada is pretty good. I sort of think this is the ultimate BTTS game.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I think Switzerland can score, and I think Canada can score. And I would be absolutely shocked if one of these teams shut out the other. This is in Vancouver, which is a good thing for Canada. But I will say, man, I think there is a little bit of value here on Switzerland. If they are what I'm seeing as plus 145.
Oof. KP Betts does not like your both teams to score. He's a sharp motherfucker.
He is?
Yeah, it scares me. I kind of like it.
So plus 145, Canada's plus 220. The draw here is plus 195. They are really telling you that they like that draw. Hold on, let's go. BTTS. The yes is minus 130. That's really juiced. You don't really see it juiced that much. But the under 2.5 is minus 148. Wow. Okay, so hold on. This is what we have to discuss. This is the shitty thing. It's the third game in group play. Does this mean anything?
I believe it does. Someone in the chat can tell us exactly what it means, but I believe it absolutely means something.
Do they have to is a question, right, Hovey? Hovey, ever since the Knicks won the championship, Hovey has been fantastic. Like
Been yeah.
A+ student all the way around. I just want to mention that. This is for first.
They can draw.
Remember Snowman West Wind Theory. Snowman, I wouldn't forget it. I texted you about the opposite one. We'll talk about later. Every team knows that they need to do, so they are going to play aggressive. Okay. Well, it sounds like you and I agree, so we can move on.
Well, we only agree on both teams to score, which Resident Sharp doesn't like, so I'm sure that's cashed. But we do not agree on the side. I like Canada.
Are you going to bet Canada to win?
Yeah.
So how does this work if you're betting draw every game?
I put $100 on the draw every game, and it doesn't impact anything else that I do for the game. Nothing else.
Okay, cool. And on that note, you're doing very well on the draws.
Yeah, definitely.
Good job. Great job. Love to hear that. I'll go Switzerland 2-1.
Okay, fine with that.
That's where I'm at. I'll do BTTS, and that's my exact score. Bosnia and Qatar. Guess we can be kind of quick about this game. I really haven't seen much of Qatar. I thought Bosnia played their asses off against Canada. They were no match for Switzerland, but again, I thought Switzerland's pretty good. I don't really know what to make of these. But the one thing I have been saying to myself, Steak, and I leaned into, I think in that Ghana-Panama game, when the two bottom tier teams play each other and they know that this is their opportunity to win, I think you get a really good effort from each side. And I think that leads to the under.
Not with you on that either, unfortunately. Looks like
wow.
I like the over. I like goals.
You like the over, and
I think Bosnia might go over the number by themselves.
Wow. Okay.
I might fuck around with like a 4-0.
Woo! The over this one. I haven't seen this juiced. Over 2.5 is minus 188. Wow.
You gotta take over 3.5 in this one.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm taking.
The over 3.5 is plus 140. Now, I want to remind you guys, there was a 3.5 total yesterday. Do you remember what it was?
England.
That's right. And old Jeff Sunday was on that under, and it was 0-0. So
no comparison for me. No comparison in those two games for me.
Okay, fair. This game is played in Seattle, by the way, and Bosnia is a big favorite. It looks like they are minus 290 to win, plus 450 to draw. All right, let's go to the next game. Here we go. Well, here we don't go. I guess Morocco. I like Morocco. Everybody likes Morocco against Haiti. This game's in Atlanta. 6 o'clock. Morocco, big favorite here. Minus 500, minus 550. This is probably a skull fuck. Probably a fuck.
You want to chalk up and say after two pretty tough matchups, I think Morocco only has a goal in each game, right? That Morocco scores some goals, or do you not think so?
No, I do. I don't care how square this is. Morocco is a really, really good team, and they drew Brazil 1-1. They beat Scotland. And in that game, in that Scotland game, I watched just about all of it. They got that quick goal, I think 6 or 7 minutes in. They really played pretty passive, but Scotland was on the attack. Scotland had a lot of chances. This is definitely a game where I think Morocco comes out and scores some goals. I'm with you. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Yeah, maybe I'll play that band. So you and I kind of align on this then.
Yeah, I like Morocco goals. I can tail my burner account, T-Bone Steak, to over 2.5 goals from Morocco. I like that.
Yep. All right. Scotland, Brazil.
Yeah. I mean, just first glance, the line feels short to me.
Well, there's a bit of a problem for Scotland. Scotland's a cool, fun team, cool story. I don't really know why it's a cool story, actually. It's just they just got fun fans, you know. Mm-hmm. We saw them take over Boston. But they are more of a Boston fit. Now they're playing in Miami, brother.
Mm-hmm. That's a Brazil fit.
That's a Brazil place. This is
the tickets are as low as $3,000. Just to give you an example, it's $500 to go watch Morocco, Haiti, $500 to go watch Canada in Canada, but it's $3,000 to go watch Brazil in Miami.
Yeah, this place is going to be absolutely fucking rocking.
Yeah.
I think Scotland is in trouble. I think Scotland is in big, big trouble. And I hate to say it. I just don't even know how Scotland scores. This is where Brazil puts on a show. That's what I think. Brazil is minus 310. See, that's the one thing, Steak. I don't disagree with you. Can somebody go back and tell us what was Morocco against Scotland? Because I think that would be kind of important.
Neymar is back. Chat saying the way this tournament is going, he's probably going to score a goal, right?
Yeah.
Because Neymar's another one of the old goats. This is a draw game. That's what I think, AGP, but obviously there's no point in me saying that's the bet draw every game. This is the most likely game to draw.
No. I know that. Scotland, what was the line? Jeff didn't watch last Brazil game.
Was it against Haiti?
Yeah, it was against Haiti. I watched a little bit of it.
I did too.
Scotland was plus 425.
I don't see
Neymar on the odds board to score. I see Vinicius Jr.
Okay. I'm adding no wagers to this. I'm taking the draw. I might add an extra 100 on the draw.
For Brazil, Scotland?
Yep.
Shit wager. What do people think about the over-under here? Goals, no goals?
I mean, Scotland's been in 2 1-0 games. Neymar won't start coming off the bench. Anyone have an odd on him to score? They just don't have. They're not offering it.
He's not up. He's not up. At least not on the blue book. I'll go Brazil 2-0 here. 2-0.
Okay.
Last one. No, sorry, 2 more. Ooh, Czechia and Mexico. Man.
This one I think means absolutely nothing for Mexico, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, maybe that's why Mexico is minus 105. What do we know about Czechia? Draw plus 280.
Who was that game they just played? South Africa? Mexico already won the group in advance, and Czech needs to win. Give me Mexico. Mexico money line.
Yeah. Dude, I heard a banger. Does anybody know Mexico ball in here? There's an artist. I guess he's really popular. His name is Mana, and he has a song called Oye, mi amor, which means listen, my love. It is a great song. I can't stop playing it. I'm going to probably tweet about it later.
You definitely really enjoy Spanish music.
I love it. I do love Spanish music. Yeah, I've been listening to this guy, Mana. He's got a couple other bangers too. Apparently, he's a really, really popular Mexican artist. Anyways,
once again, just real quick, I know we were tempo and pace. It's one of those things about you that people would think is a gimmick because obviously looking at you, you don't look like you'd like Spanish music, and they probably think you're trying to be funny. You genuinely like Spanish music. You were genuinely really excited about the Bad Bunny halftime show.
Yeah, I like Bad Bunny. One of my favorite songs growing up was Armada Latina. Anybody know that song?
I don't.
Who knows Armada Latina?
I don't.
I think Fat Joe is in it, actually. Armada Latina. Oye, mi amor, no me digas que no. I love comedies, Jeffs. All right. Anyways, last. I don't really have anything there for Mexico. You like Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. South Africa is what do we call it? Rat piss.
Yeah, but they just had a draw with Czechia. Both of these teams lost to Mexico and couldn't score on them, but South Korea beat Czechia. Pass. I'm going to pass for now. I'm sure I'll have a wager on Twitter, but I'm going to pass for now.
Well, this is
oh my God, will I be betting that? I will be betting that.
South Korea has to win this game, right? Like, this is a big deal.
Yeah, I would think so.
No? Okay, KP Bets really helping us out here. Appreciate it. Might listen to Danze Kudor. Yeah, that's a really good one. That's first time I'll highlight that one. Joel CP finally said something worth a shit. I love South Korea. They're fun to watch. Yeah. That line's short. That basically what I'm getting at is if they have to win, that line is short. Minus 170 for South Korea to beat South Africa. South Africa is the pits. So, yeah, I don't know what to think about that one. All right, full slate, fun slate of soccer stake. It's 11:46. How about we fly through this MLB board? What do you think?
Yeah, well, let's fly through it. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to do the hot dudes on the board, or are we just flying through the MLB board and we'll get back to the hot dudes tomorrow? It's up to you.
Let's just fly through the MLB board. I need a break.
Runkin, this is my Twitter right here, Steak Friend. What's your Twitter again?
It's still at the Degen Weekly.
The Degen Weekly.
At the Degen Weekly. Yeah. I was gonna change it, but I never got around to it, unfortunately. Okay.
We have a game starting in 13 minutes. DeGrom versus Yuri Perez. Rangers are minus 122. Marlins are plus 101.
So I think the only fucking hot dude that I hit yesterday was Wyatt. He went over his hits, runs, RBIs. He did not hit a home run. What did Kyle Stowers end up doing?
Absolutely nothing. Jock Peterson homered. Brandon Nimmo homered. Nimmo also had an RBI triple. He's a pretty hot dude. He's the one to mention. I like the Rangers in this game. I don't fade the fish much. I will be taking the Rangers.
Well, I was going to say DeGrom minus 115 on the road against Miami felt like respect for a Miami Marlins team who has been playing better baseball and is 27-17. DeGrom's got a 3.62 ERA, nothing too flashy. This to me felt like the fish are a little bit of that home bait, that short home favorite.
I 100% agree. And I've been seeing people calling DeGrom washed, which he may be getting to washed, approaching washed.
I don't like that.
Still Shoot 'em Up says Nimmo owns Yuri. Love it. Nimmo's my hitter then. Nimmo, Rangers money line.
All right, I'm going to get my phone because I have to stop forgetting to put in wagers. I'm going to bet Texas with you because the game starts at 12:10. Tee up the Mets. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm also going to forget to bet it, so I'm going to bet it too. Cubs Mets. Assad 6-1 with a 3.6 ERA against McLean 4-4 with a 3.6 ERA. The Mets are minus 121. Cubs plus 100. I believe the Cubs beat their ass yesterday, and PCA homered again. Really hot dude. Mets lost 3 in a row. Cubs won 3 out of 4. Do whatever you want with that information. Somewhere against the Rockies. Yep, PCA had a homer and 3 RBIs. Mets doubleheader and Lindor playing game 2. I'm going to go back to the Cubs. I honestly want to fade the Mets as many opportunities as I can get. And honestly, I don't see why anybody would stop betting PCA for any reason. Dansby Swanson, it looks like, had a home run yesterday. That's about it. For the Mets, let's see what the Mets did. Your boy Bo Bichette had a homer yesterday.
Is it safe to say he's a hot dude?
That's about it. Yeah, PCA is probably the hottest dude in MLB. I'll go back to the Chicago Cubs today.
Did that game go over?
Yeah, sword. I have to put in my bet now, okay?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Bo, 2 for 2. Hold on. I'm pulling up Bo because he might be a guy. He might be. Here's a guy. 2 for 4. But before that, he was 0 for 4, 1 for 3, 0 for 5. So we did cool down. Oh, my God. This stretch by Bo was insane. 2 for 3, 2 for 4, 2 for 5, 3 for 5, 2 for 5, 3 for 4. Yikes. All right. Bo's getting right. Bo's getting right. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bet the Rangers with you. I'm going to do that right now.
Okay.
Oh, no. Why does it say my internet is off? Oh.
Well, you're still here. We're doing fine, I think.
Hold on.
What? Rangers. Oh, that's the wrong account. Rangers plus Nimmo.
What's up, Bart? Look at PCA. Bro homer to the 9th for no reason. Wow, that's what happened.
Yeah, but he did it. All right, moving on to the next game, okay?
Yeah. Go.
Guardians, White Sox. White Sox hopefully getting off the schneid a little bit. They are 41-37, won back-to-back games. It's Chris Murphy, who's 2-0 with the 5 ERA and 13 innings pitched against Tanner Bybee, who is 2-8 with the 4 ERA, getting no run support for him. The Guardians are banged up, and they're playing like they're banged up. They've lost 4 out of 5. After getting swept by the Tigers, the White Sox have won back-to-back games. I believe yesterday was 2 solo homers. Yep, it was. Colson Montgomery, Miguel Vargas, who without Murakami are the 2 heavy hitters for the White Sox. I'd be fine to take either of them to homer if you wanted to. Obviously, for me, it's White Sox money line. I will go with Colson Montgomery. Oh, no, Colson Montgomery didn't homer. Sorry, my bad. I apologize. He had a RBI. Miguel Vargas homered. Sorry. What do you got going on? Actually, I didn't want to hear what you have to say about the White Sox. I'll move on to the next game. Next game, Red Sox, Rockies, Rangers, Suarez, 3-3 with a 2.9 ERA going against Kyle Freeland, 1-7, 7.3 ERA. The Red Sox are minus 171 on the money line. They won yesterday after a just dog shit sell job the day before. I think this kid, what's this kid's name? Durbin? Did he do something? No.
Okay.
Abreu homered. Your boy Ezekiel Tovar homered.
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I want to go to any of these guys, but I'm going to look up Ceddanne Rafaela real quick. Ceddanne Rafaela hits in 6 of his last 7 games. He had an RBI yesterday. Nah, I'll pass. No interest in this game. You like anything?
No, I don't. I don't like anything. What's the next game?
Orioles, Angels. You got Taj Gibson Day, 1-2 with a 5.8 ERA going against Soriano, who's 8-4 with a 3.0 ERA, which looks great, but he's definitely tailed off a little bit in his last 4 or 5 starts. I have no success betting the Orioles, like none. I can't figure it out. Angels win yesterday. When I say that this is finally the time for the Orioles to get hot, I just cannot figure out the Orioles. I think for me, they're going to be a massive stay away.
Yeah, I said it was Shane Baz Day. 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, and his line on strikeouts was 5.5. I put $100 on it. It's a full unit, and I put $25 on an alt line. He ended with 5. So I am done, officially done. Goots, I hope you're here. I hope you're listening. I'm done with this stupid fucking orange bullshit team. Maybe until we see him on Sunday.
Cool. Well, then we can go ahead and talk about your team that got just fucking skull.
I'm glad you just wasted time out of your day to say that shit, Jeff.
So anyways, we can move into your shitty team. Griffin Jacks is minus 155, 2-5 with a 3.6 ERA. Noah Cameron, 4-4 with a 4.2 ERA. I don't know what to make. Jack Kaggs is just hot, dude. But we haven't had that much luck betting him, even though he's the fucking man. So let's go ahead and look what he's been doing.
You know, I popped into the Discord. I haven't been in there in quite a while, and I told the MLB channel, I said, hey, I'm watching the Rays game. Jack Kaggs, 94-year-old grandpa's there. He's probably going to do something. What did he do yesterday, Steak? You told me. 2 home runs?
Yeah, he's 6-12 with 4 home runs and 7 RBIs in his last 14 plate appearances.
Yeah.
He might be the hottest dude.
Yeah. I just can't even tell you it's kind of shit you lose sleep over. Here's what I'll say about the Rays. They don't look good. It's been a really, really bad stretch. They need the All-Star break. But can I just mention something real quick? Griffin Jacks, and I know Goots is already rolling his fucking eyes. Griffin Jacks, his last time out against those pesky fucking Nationals, pitched his ass off. He was minus 155. And the Nationals, what did he end up doing? Hold on. Just hear me out for a second. Follow me.
Okay, I will.
Blah, 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 blah.
Shut up. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. He did allow 2 solo homers. Griffin Jacks today against the Royals, who are on the verge of sweeping the Rays, he is minus 145. I think that tells you everything you need to know. Griffin Jacks is going to pitch well, and I think the Rays win this game and avoid the sweep.
They will not win this game. And you can remember I said it so we could talk about it yesterday. This is the Royals money line. They will sweep the Rays. The Rays are dead. This shit is over. It's no fun. Not fun betting them. Royals money line. You hear me, chat? Royals money line.
If only someone told you it would all come crumbling down.
I got an under wins ticket. Don't worry.
I can't believe I'm hearing a guy tell me things are crumbling down when he's fucking 5 games below 500, losing to the fucking Angels. Give me a break. The Angels. Where are we, Steak? I don't know. You're bouncing around all over the place. I can't even fucking pay attention.
I'm not bouncing around all over the place.
Hey, you are.
Job, and I've went in chronological.
No, you're doing great. You're not on cover, so I have no idea what
Yankees, Tigers. We got Weathers 2-5 with a 4.1 ERA against Scooble, 3-3 with a 3.0 ERA. The Tigers are minus 132 against the Yankees. Don't know if you think it's short with Scooble on the bump or if it's Yankee respect, even though they don't have Judge. Not a lot speaking to me here. A little bit speaking to me. I kind of want to bet the Yankees.
I kind of want to bet the Yankees too, Steak. I'm glad you said it. If we go back and we look at the lines that Tariq Skubal has had against your White Sox, minus 210, against the Guardians on the road, minus 146. I know he was out for a while. Minus 142 at the Braves, minus 235 against the Brewers. You pick up what I'm putting down? Yeah. This is crazy short. It's crazy short.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Yankees.
Yankees money line. All right. Next game. Mariners, Pirates. Woo, 6-5, 3.0 ERA. Krabs, 6-3, 3.1 ERA. Two dudes pitching pretty well. If I'm not mistaken, Mariners won last night. They did 3-2. They've won 3 out of 5. Pittsburgh's lost 3 out of 5. Who cares? Cal Raleigh homered again. Cal Raleigh's back, and he might be heating up. We did that already, Alex. You're going to have to rewind, brother. No, he's not heating up. He did hit a home run yesterday.
I got no interest in Cal Raleigh.
Perfect. I'm fine with that. I don't have an interest in this game either.
Well, I did want to mention.
Okay, go ahead.
Got a lot wrong yesterday on the diamond. Got a lot wrong yesterday in general with the diamond lately. The Mariners money line, those short home dogs, bait. Shout out to the Mariners. They came through. Gritty win, but these bats are asleep. Steak. The Mariners offense, runs scored. Guess the last time they scored more than 3 runs. It is June 24th. Guess.
June 9th.
June 12th. 3-1, 3-3, 3-2, 1, 3-3. This offense stinks. Got my Mariners unit. Got in, got out. However, I like them again today. I do. Sorry, Rev.
Yeah.
I do. I like the Mariners. Go ahead. I don't know where you are next. Go ahead.
Phillies Nationals, Nola versus Mikolas. The Nationals are plus 109. A lot of respect for the Nationals, but I would like to tell you, if you don't mind, about last night's game because it was absolutely crazy. The fact that it was 14-9 isn't even the craziest part. Sorry, I got distracted. The Nationals went up 5-0. And then in the 5th inning, the Phillies scored 2. In the 7th inning, they scored 1. It was 5-3. Top of the 8th. Nope. Want to make sure I do this right. Yep. Top of the 8th inning, Real Muto hits a 3-run homer to make it 6-5. And then bottom of the 8th inning, the Nationals hit a 3-run homer to go back up 2. Top of the 9th, Phillies hit a 2-run homer to tie it 8-8. And then in the top of the 9th, they go up 14-8. They score, how many runs does they score in the top of the 9th inning? 8 runs in the top of the 9th inning. They were like plus 2,000 to win the game at one point. I think this game will stick with the Nationals for one more day. It's a bad loss, pretty brutal against your fucking rival. Give me the Phillies.
Yeah, I like it. Do you remember what my bet was in this game?
No.
Wow,
that's crazy, Joel. I actually didn't know that.
It was the first 5 under 4.5. 1-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning, and then the Nationals scored 4 fucking runs. But it didn't matter. The Phillies scored 2 in the top of the 5th. The scoring really opened up. I'm with you though. This stings for the Nationals, I think, and it's maybe you could say it's a little short because it's Mikolas. Like, let's be real, Steak. Nobody likes Mikolas, dude.
Yeah,
no.
But does anyone like Nola this year?
No.
Yeah,
no.
It's a short line, and I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't care either. Give me the Phillies. I'll be placing that wager. All right, what do we got next? The Blue Jays?
Astros plus 120 with Burrows on the bump against you Savage and the Blue Jays minus 145. I will be on the Blue Jays. I'll keep it real simple. I hate the Astros, and when I see something where I can fade them, I'll drink a little bit of juice. They just had a 9-7 win in extra innings yesterday. Crazy game. Won't happen today. The Blue Jays will win this game.
Okay. I like you, Savage. I'm with you on that. That's good. Yep. Okay.
Next.
Yeah. How about a fucking pitcher's duel in Citi Field? Minaya and Shota.
Oh, so this is a doubleheader, as AGP pointed out. Lindor will be back for the second game. Got nothing for game 2.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good on doubleheaders, so I'm out.
Brewers and Reds are having an interesting series. Today you got Drohan going against Rhett Lauder. It's been a 2-1 and a 2-0 games. Brewers have won both. I will take the Brewers. I'll continue to back the Brewers. We say it every day on the show. For some reason, they don't get that much respect. I don't know why. Give me the Brewers happily.
Yep. Okamoto is a hot dude. He sure is a hot dude. I don't understand this comment. Astros, it is. Is Aherna just fading us? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, I don't care.
No, I don't care either. I just don't. I don't know where that energy came from Aherna. Used to be a decent fellow.
Rat shit wager though, Aherna. I will tell you that. Absolute rat shit wager.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll be here tomorrow to remind you. If
no, actually, highlight Rav's coming again. This is kind of the Jeff Sunday strategy. If 2 games in a series go under by that much, I mean, 3rd game over. That sounds like fun over.
Which
you're an Astros fan. Got it.
Which game is he talking about?
Reds Brewers. He's been on both overs in the series. It's been 2-0, 2-1.
I'm in. Any hot dudes?
Yeah, no, because it's 2-0 and 2-1.
Right.
Jake Bowers did something yesterday, but I'm not even going to bother telling you that.
Fuck him.
Shohei Ohtani's pitching today, 7-2 with a 1.4 ERA, going against Joe Ryan, pitcher's duel. The Twins are plus 148. I have zero interest in this game.
If the Twins won yesterday, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, they didn't even sniff a win, 12-3. I'll go ahead and say it. Joe Ryan gets line respect, sure. Ohtani minus 170. Ohtani minus 170.
No, I'm. If you're going to convince me that that's a little short, I would be with you. Be on your side.
I'm looking at his other lines, just kind of comparing.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep it moving.
Yeah. Go ahead, move.
Diamondbacks at Cardinals. Cardinals are minus 118 with Liberatore on the bump. Looks like the Diamondbacks are pitching a debutante. M. Bratt, never heard of him. He has no stats this year. I'm not sure where he came from. Mitch Bratt, I don't know if you're here, Gooch. Seemed like a guy who would know who Mitch Bratt is. I would be fine to bet the Cardinals for that exact reason. I'm sorry, the Diamondbacks for that exact reason and move on with my life.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Chat saying Shohei gets rocked. That's ballsy. Braves, Padres, good game between them yesterday. It looks like, who is this guy? M. Perez going for the Braves, but the Padres are pitching JP Sears, who's the old A's pitcher. Is that right?
I think so. Did they trade for him?
Well, he has no
Traded
stats
for him last year.
But he hasn't pitched yet this year, Goots?
He has not, no.
Debutante.
Is he hurt?
What do you mean? He's been hurt probably, and now he's back.
What kind of injury are we talking about here? Debutante doesn't really count, right?
First game of the year?
I thought that debutante
was fine. Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, last game. Athletics, Giants. Gage Jump, who's been fucking awesome and has an awesome name. 3.1, 2.3 ERA going against Male, who's 1-7 with a 6 ERA. The Athletics are minus 117. The Giants are minus 103. Giants won yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
So I like the A's yesterday. They lost 3-1. Now they're minus 110. This feels like it could be potentially a weird series for the A's. I might just stay out.
100% agree with you. Give me the Giants.
Yeah. All right. We're 5 minutes over our time. We can wrap it up. There were a couple things that were done. Yeah, Austin Reeves signed with the Lakers. And then I think Paul George just got traded.
To who? Who'd Paul George get traded to? I didn't see that once in the chat.
The Thunder?
No way. Shut up. I need to know. Before you end this, I need to know if Paul George got traded to the Thunder. I don't see any Paul George stuff.
I see a notification. It says Paul George trade complete. 2019 deal. Oh, between Clippers and Thunder finally done? What does that mean? That's the stupidest fucking notification I ever got in my life. What are you talking? What are you looking at me like that for? Who sends a notification like that? Paul George trade complete. 2019 deal between Clippers. Who the fuck? Should I say who it's from?
Sure.
It's from Bleacher Report.
Wow. I think
is that the dumbest fucking notification you ever heard of in your life?
Yeah.
Who sends that? Why am I getting laughed at?
Because it was very obvious. Once you read it out loud, it was very obvious.
But Steak, the fucking headline. Look at that headline.
Okay, sorry. Let me see it.
Full Paul George trade return after 2026 NBA draft finalizes.
Most people would know exactly what they were talking about. Yes.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That you know what? I'm gonna delete that app off my fucking phone.
Yeah, that's
It just
honestly
lost the
probably. Yeah,
customer.
I don't know why you have it. I don't know what you use it for.
I don't even know either. It used to be my go-to. I don't even open the fucking stupid thing anymore since they updated.
All right, real quick. We got BTL today. We got Yap today. BTL starting up here in 24 minutes. Stick around.
Literally fucking deleting this app off my phone right now. Stupid fucking losers. All right. I'm gonna play Beat the Streak. I'm gonna go do it right now. You can hop off if you need to. I need a minute.
You need a minute to hop off?
No, I'm gonna play Beat the Streak. Well, I can just do it.
All right, live on stream. Let's do it. I don't got fucking anywhere to be.
All right.
I'm gonna enter our Beat the Streak pick right now on stream. Somebody mod, let's get a Beat the Streak link in here, please. I'll show everyone my record. It's pretty bad.
Why are you so bad with Beat the Streak?
I don't know. I can't really figure it out.
You just tail people?
No. Shut up.
Who's the guy you liked yesterday?
I lost again yesterday, Bryce Harper.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're like, I really like Bryce Harper.
I'm 3 for 15.
Dude, I see it. We see it. We've done these home run parlays. I told you to post them to the board review account. Did you post that parlay yesterday?
No.
Dude.
How'd it do?
So there was a 6-leg home run parlay and then a 3-leg home run parlay. Ben Rice, Bryce Harper, some other fucking idiot, Kyle Stowers. I think we're 0 for 9. We can't get one guy. We can't get one guy to hit a home run. How's this happen?
I don't know, because the hot dudes are hot duding, just not the hot dudes we hot dude with. I got to play. You ready for my Beat the Streak play? Announced live on
Hold
stream.
on. Can I guess what it is?
Sure. You won't guess. How about that?
Is it a player prop or is it a game?
It's a prize pick square.
Yeah, you're gonna take something stupid. You're gonna take something stupid and square. Hold on, let me find it. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna take Griffin Jacks over 1.5 earned runs.
No, but that's actually really fun. I wish.
Oh yeah.
And you get a little bonus point for guessing a pitcher. I'm taking Jacob DeGrom over 35.5 pitches.
Oh, dude, that was gonna be my square.
Yeah, I'm posting that. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm posting it right now before the game starts.
Oh, now you want to accuse me of tail.
I'm going to do it in all caps. My streak starts now. Exclamation.
Yeah, okay. I can't wait till you get 2 in a row. You're going to be like, I got 2 in a row.
Goddamn right. I will be celebrating.
Look at me. I got 2 in a row. I beat the streak. Got to get 10. I got 2 in a row.
I don't have to take this from a guy who can't even get his fucking picks in. I really don't.
All right. I got mine. You ready for this?
Okay. Go.
Give me Samuel Basallo. You ever heard of him? Under 1.5 hits per time.
You're just a troll. You're a troll under the fucking bridge.
I didn't do that. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, who do you think did it, man? Who do you think did it?
I got it. Hold on. I got it.
Watching the board review.
I got it. Tariq Skubal. Less than fantasy score. How about that?
Sure. Make sure you fucking post it, dude. Make sure you post it on your fucking.
You know what we haven't done in a while?
What?
Irish exit.